All right. I think we have the link up now. I think we should be good. For all those out there, good evening. Welcome to the Meme Machine. I'm going to turn my mic down a little bit there. Make a couple of adjustments. Feeling pretty good. Let me spin that bad boy. There you go. As you can tell, I wait to the last second to do a lot of things because I work better under pressure. Anyway, it says there's plenty of that. Welcome to your Saturday night. Sorry, we got a little bit of a late start waiting for the link up now. For those who understand or listened to me last night when I did a test stream, we are streaming right now on different platforms. This is the Meme Machine. We're live, New York time, which is exactly 9:25 in the p.m. I am the Meme Machine. Welcome. This is April 8th, 2023, the night before Easter. For all those that celebrate Easter, Buona Pasqua. If you're Italian, happy Easter. If you're not, and if you don't celebrate that, enjoy. I hope somebody colored me a red egg because I kind of like the color red. We are linked up right now. So we are on AM/FM band satellite radio as we speak. That's the difference between having a live stream and having a live broadcast. We're doing both right now because we're really cool and we're good at that. Apparently, we're not. We kind of suck at it because it took 20 minutes for the link up. It was working fine, and so were my headphones. And then naturally, right before that, low battery, please recharge. Yeah, all right, not a problem. All day long they sat. Anyway, have a good show planned for you tonight. Do have a surprise guest, and he or she, it's a surprise. I can't tell you that. Otherwise, it's classified. I'd have to kill you, that kind of thing. So I don't want to do that on a holiday weekend, especially with so much going on, and who needs that? Anyway, we're gonna have fun. If you can see behind me, I have the camera inverted. Actually, not inverted. That would be upside down. Kind of mirrored. See the wheel behind me? I told you Wonder Wheel was here. I filled it out with utmost care, which my shitty handwriting is on there, and I'm going to bring it over in a second. And you're going to see uh, what the different categories are. Because I have a warped mind, you're going to enjoy it. And if not, then well, you will. Don't worry about it. I understand everything that's going on, and I have a lot to get off my chest today. I got to tell you, but like I said last night in my test stream that we were doing, the show will start and we'll start to cultivate it. And as we get larger and as we do more and more things and we grow, and right now I'm talking about what I want to talk about. What I mean by that is, yeah, it's a talk show, it's movies, it's sports, it's music, it's pop culture. It's all those things: movies, music, sports being the main things, pop culture covering everything. It's all inclusive, male, female. It doesn't matter who you are. If you love sports, if you hate sport, there's always something that we have some common ground. That was the whole point of doing it like that. And what I meant by what I was saying is, we'll talk about what I want to talk about. But as the show progresses and we gain a larger audience, we're going to be talking more about what you want to talk about. You run the show. And basically, it's your destination. I'm just the bus driver. Okay. And it's going to be a pleasant, well, it's going to be more like highway to hell, but meaning that with a name like Mean Machine, you would expect that I'm going to be really mean and nasty, but no, that's it's quite the opposite actually. Um, and I'm here to tell you that that's not the case at all. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to be all inclusive. I want you to be able to have a voice. The Meme Machine stands up for people that have no voice. Uh, for those that perhaps can't convey themselves in a certain way, or the way that they like to be, or those that get bullied and they remain quiet. Look, like I said last week, you miss every shot that you don't take. And if you have something to say, I want to hear about it. You have a beef with something, you have a issue with that, and we're going to keep it light. I mean, this is not one of those dark political or religious kind of stuff. No, you could there's plenty of things on the dial for that. This is more or less, we're going to have fun. Number one, because I said so. And number two, in this day and age, if you can't forget your troubles for a little while, come and spend some time with me, with us, like a little family that we have here, which will grow. Okay. What's so bad about that? Maybe you win some money, have some trivia, have a couple of rafts. You know what I mean? Uh, that's the destination. That's where we're going, and I will stand up for all those who feel that they are not heard, or they feel squashed, or they feel isolated or marginalized or anything like that. This is not a political thing. This is an online thing because I see people. I'm going to go over that a little bit later. Not to get too serious and too hot and heavy about it. It's a good thing this wasn't Wednesday when we were broadcasting because I was pissed on Wednesday, and I wanted to share that with you people. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel the same way that I do, and perhaps there's people that don't even realize it's right under their nose and they don't know or they don't want to know. I'm going to address all of that, but that's for a little while. We're going to go a little bit later since we started a little bit late, but that's okay. Going to be taking station breaks because we have to. We are on a delay. I don't believe it's 7 second delay, but it is a delay because we are in radio station format. I must break. I must do commercials. I must read copy. I'm going to shout out to some of our benefactors, people that actually reached out to me this week via email, memachine973 at outlook.com. Um, Funny emails, but some are good ones. I got a few offers to read commercials. They heard my voice and everything. Now we have a new mic. I upgraded the mic that I have. It's good. This one's even better. It's a Shure one. It's really, or MV side, whatever the hell it is. It's good. It's a good one. The gain is good. The compression's good. If you know anything about broadcasting, podcasting, anything like that, you know that it's up there. You know, it's up there with the hula hoop and the Cheerios. Not as round and a little bit bigger, and you get where I'm saying. Anyway, we will have my cousin Vinny will be here a little bit later on. My engineer will be here a little bit later on. Everybody's coming in late today, even the satellite hookup. If you can't get stuff to work in outer space, how the hell can you get anything done down here? Because some of these people, I believe, are from out. I mean, not just deep space, outer space. They're out there like Pluto, baby. Anyway, before I get too far ahead, I do want to make another shout out to Catalyst Signworks and Ted over there. He's the owner of Catalyst Signworks. Great guy. I mentioned him several times before. He made our banner, um, the Meme Machine banner. He's done stuff for us in the past, and great guy. You should look them up. They're here in Jersey. CatalystSignworks.com, I believe it is. The owner's name is Ted. They do a great job. Cheap ones ain't good and good ones ain't cheap, and they stand by everything. And they don't just say, "Well, we provide customer service and that's important to us," and then everybody jerks you off with that kind of thing. Not him. He actually believes in it. He's very old school like that, and that's the type of person you want it done right. He'll give it to you up front. No fuss. No maybe this. No hidden this. It's cut and dry. Boom, boom, boom. They get it done, and that's it. Catalyst Sign Works in New Jersey. You can look them up on the web, and I believe they're on social media as well. So thanks, Ted. Appreciate it. Also wanted to thank a special person as well. Wanted to thank my mom because I know that she's probably listening or watching or both. Love you, Mom. Happy Easter. I always thank her for her encouragement, even in the darkest of times. She's always there, and I don't take that for granted. So I just wanted to take a moment, and I know everybody can hear me, and I'm glad they can. Call your mother, people. Tell them that you love her. I'll call mine. If you don't, I'll call your mom and tell you that I love her. It's fine. But either way, you get the point. Thanks, Mom. All right. So we are going to be taking a break. I'm going to make it a little bit down the road a little bit here since we got a late start. But I do have some more funny emails that went over really big last Saturday, and I figured I would do that again. Um, so I will. And like I said, forgive me because I'm looking away from the camera because we have different camera angles. I don't have my engineer here once again, so I'm trying to multitask. Out of the top 10 things that I can do well, multitasking is not even in the top 20, but I'm going to do my best to do that. I have to try to do all these other things at the same time. Anyway, and thank you again. I get a lot of compliments on my voice, and I do mean that. I appreciate it. You can't have it. It's mine. But anyway, thank you. I get comments and people's chief complaint when they listen to different shows or whatever is that oh the person's not funny or that, but a lot of times it's oh they have no voice, they have no presence, they don't have. Well, I guess I have both of those things. So thank God for the pipes. Thank God for the pipes. Anyway, I'm gonna mess around, and it's gonna be, we're still fixing and tweaking things. I'm gonna check, different mic angles like this. Now I can move back a little bit and that kind of thing, change positions. That's what she said. But I want to be able to let you know that we're working on everything in real time. In other words, I don't have some big following or a ton of money stashed away some slush fund where I can put it all together. Oh, let me put like 50, 100 grand into this and make sure everything is of premium. It's everything's perfect. But come on, let's be realistic. You know what I mean? It takes time to get that good. Not at what you're doing, but having the right tools. And we do. We just don't have a fucking clue on how to use them. That's the bottom line. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. And when I say we, that's the royal we, like the editorial. I mean, like I. That's not really what I do, but I'm working on it. And I'm doing this for you. And I meant that. I'm the vessel that takes us to the promised land. That's right. The Meme Machine will take you to the promised land. What does that mean? I don't have a fucking clue, but the show's going to be about what you guys want to talk about. What do you want to do? We are going to give out cash prizes. I also wanted to mention that we added Cash App. So it's PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. That's going to be the different ones that we're going to be using to pay the trivia winners. The toll free number to be able to call in for that. It is active, and it is 833-777 MEAN, MEAN. Okay? No, it's not a coincidence. It's a vanity number. It's supposed to be like that. So 1-833-777 MEAN. Our handle, which is the same on all platforms. Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, freaking everything. At Meme Machine 973. Got that? At Meme Machine 973. I have to check the over under on tonight's bro. If you didn't tune in the last couple of weeks when we started this out, and judging by the audience on there, you didn't. We do an over under on how many times in one broadcast I might or might not say the word bro. So I have a little whiteboard, and I'll show you in a minute or two what the over under is. That's also a cash prize. Can you believe that? That's how sick we are that we actually do shit like that. But that's okay. Everything in good time. Anyway, we usually start out with a nice little prayer, and it's not what you think. And what do I mean by that? And I keep hitting the thing on the mic. I'm sorry. What I mean by that is it's not your normal prayer. And if you missed it if you saw it last week, I should say, there you go. Meme Machine. I'll show you the back later. If you missed it last week, we have like a little thing that we start out with. That's supposed to be funny. I mean, my favorite actor, one of them, I should say, but a major one is Sylvester Stallone. Grew up loving Rocky. One of my favorites, and we always we do a little thing that we used to do years ago where we say "take care" and we say a prayer. Because he's a psychopath. Anyway, let's do that, shall we? Now, I know there's going to be people watching, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Well, here it is. Hold on. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. And what we do is because he is one of my favorites, Sylvester Stallone, a.k.a. Rocky Balboa, a.k.a. John Rambo, and many, many others. Stallone is still alive. He's still alive, and he's still actively making movies. Another week has gone by where he didn't die, and he's still around making movies. So we're going to pay homage, and we're going to say a little prayer for Rocky Balboa. Thank you. All right, I know that's corny, but guess what? I don't give a shit. It's my show. All right, so we got our over under. Here's our little board here. Now, I looked at this last week, and I told people that this looked like it was kind of low, that I would have taken the over on this. Some of you listened, some of you did not. It's the story of my life, but that's okay. So here we go. The over under, and it's changed from last week. The over under for me saying bro in tonight's broadcast is 4.5. And you know what? I forgot. I have the cameras inverted. Um, well, actually, not inverted. Let's take off the mirror effect. There we go. That makes more sense, right? I can't even talk. The over under for bro this evening, Saturday, April 8th, is 4.5. So if you have the over, and I say bro more than 4.5, how do you say it 4.5 times? I go br. No. So 5 times. But if it's less than 5 times, you're going to win if you have the under. All right. So the over under for tonight for bro is 4.5. Thanks, bro. All right. Also, I broke some more controllers this week, and I know that that's absolutely crazy for someone my age. And we're going to go over this thing with EA Sports in a little while with this Easter egg bullshit and all this stuff that they're doing. I'm playing on Madden 23. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And some of these people they think that I don't know what the hell is going on. Like this is the greatest thing ever. They don't realize that they're getting bent over without Vaseline on this stuff, or maybe some people do realize that. I don't know, but holy shit. There is so much going on with that. Wait until I'm going to open your eyes to a lot of this stuff. And then you have your coin guys. So the people that are tired of getting screwed from EA and trying to buy like Madden points and coins and all this other shit or whatever. So they're going to these online brokers or whatever you want to call these, I don't know, people. And you know what? I'm kind of on their side because EA does suck in a lot of ways. I mean, they suck a lot. They're like a $10 whore, these freaking things, and it doesn't end. They're so full of shit, and they do some of the goofiest shit that I've ever seen. They do, oh, we have a team of the year, and these guys are wearing like shorts, and they're like goofy looking fucks, and they're wearing tuxedo, and they walk out like it's the porno awards or something. I'm like, are you shitting me? Really? You're really taking this shit that seriously? That it's an award show for an electronic game? It does not exist. It's not real life. Don't tell these fucking guys. These are the people that you beat the shit out of in the bathroom, or you heard about this. You know what I mean? The ones that couldn't make like the squash team. That's how bad they were. But now, they could. They're very good with their hands. And their way of getting back at the world is, I'm a content creator. I'm a gamer. Uh huh. Right. You're a grown man. You look like you can't even grow a beard or anything yet. All right. You just barely grew a stick, and now all of a sudden you're wearing a tuxedo and you are announcing players that don't exist in real life. Well, they do. Electronic players that are electronic cards that you insert in the game to play a game. Xbox, PlayStation, it's Madden. And don't get me wrong, I love the game. I mean, I've been playing that thing since Madden 94 came out. But it's some goofy shit that they do. Come on, they're wearing tags. It's a team of the year. And this, are you shitting me? Really? You have nothing better to do than this stuff? And people are watching this thing. And I'm just as stupid, I guess, because I was watching it too. And I was just laughing the whole time. I'm like, are you serious? Anyway, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause. That's what I like to call it. We're going to take a small break. I'll be back in a few. Going to get some tea here real quick. I don't eat or drink sugar, so this is Gold Peak unsweetened tea. Less filling, tastes like ass. Anyway. All right, going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a few, and I'm going to show you what's on the Wonder Wheel behind me there. And we will have the phone line will be on, 833-777-MEAN, and we'll be good to go. Keep those emails coming in. You can keep the chat coming because we're on different platforms. So please have people on YouTube putting in chat, Kick, and Twitch. And also you can on Facebook, but I don't know. I don't even really watch that one. I'm just on there because Facebook boasts the biggest audience. Well, whip-de-doo. Anyway, we're going to be back in a few, so hang in there. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. We'll give you some soothing, non-copyright music. How's that? Be right back. This is the Meme Machine live from the great state of New Jersey. Back in 5. All right, shut that shit off. We're good. All right, we're back. Welcome back. This is the Meme Machine. We are broadcasting live. We are live streaming on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitter. We are on Twitch, and we're on Kick. We also, yeah, I can't believe we're actually on Twitter feed too, which is pretty cool. Our handle on everything is at Mean Machine 973. Toll free number to call in case you missed it the first billion times, is 833 777 mean. But we're not really mean here. I'm gonna still playing around. We have a new mic that's a little bit better, I think. Um, so we're gonna spin the wheel, and which you can't see because that thing came up. It says "Stand with Ukraine." It's not that I don't. I just can't get the shit off the screen, and I don't know. It just popped up, and I thought it looked nice. It'd be better if it was Mean Machine colors, but I mean, why not? Got to stand with someone, right? So that's why that's up there. So it's conveniently blocking the wheel, but that's all right. It's blocking my virtual, partially my virtual fish tank. You don't have to feed them or anything. They're nice, right, Alexa? Alexa, how are you tonight? Alexa, how are you? I'm feeling strong because today is not a weekday. Hear what she said? She said she's feeling strong because today is Saturday. It's not a weekday. Wow, pass the butter. I smell corny. Anyway, Alexa's my girlfriend. She's short. She's round. Don't tell her that. You know, she knows. She changes the lights. Alexa, turn second light red. Okay. I told you I like stuff like that. Yeah, she's great, and she cooks and cleans. Well, she does kind of a shitty job of that, but look, what do you want? Anyway, I'm gonna grab the wheel from behind me. Now we're not gonna do it yet. We're gonna wait till we have a few more people. I told you last night in the what we had the kind of like a practice stream. It was an audio visual test, which was amazing on a few things. Number one, the mic was working a lot better because it was actually brand new, so it was working. They finally delivered it. That was nice, and that must not have been severe wind. It was a little chilly today, though, here. So we had that, and you know we're still screwing around with the cameras and things like that. But I got to tell you, the best part of it though was when the wheel came and I was filling out the wheel, and you're going to see the crazy shit that I wrote on there. It's going to be fun. So one of the caveats I mentioned last night was to be able to participate in the trivia, and you will get paid right here live. Okay. We are live broadcasting, by the way. We are on satellite radio at Mean Machine 973. That's AM FM band. You can catch that on there on a restream as well. And if you missed the show, you could go into our YouTube channel, subscribe in there. That's free, and you'll be able to watch any of the past shows if you're interested in doing that. If not, we're live. So, like I mentioned earlier, for those who missed it, the difference between live streaming and live broadcast is when you're streaming, you're streaming. Okay. Obviously, there's not too much to it other than that. We're on different platforms and everything, but a live broadcast, which we don't do during the week, which right now, for all intents and purposes, is just Saturday nights between 9 p.m. and 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. Now, we're going to go a little bit later tonight because we got a late start because of the satellite hookup. But just like everything else, my headphones went dead. They're $450 pair of headphones. Sony's one of the best that you could buy. They're up there. They're better than the Bose ones. I've tried those, and they went dead at 8:59. Yep, we go on at 9, and they went dead not at 8:58, not in the afternoon. 8:59. It said, "Power off. Please recharge." And that's another thing. While I'm talking like a robot, I just want to get this off my chest too. When you're on hold, wherever you're calling, I don't care if it's the bank, a store, whatever it is, I am so sick and tired of hearing your call is very important to us. Please, if it's so friggin' important, answer the goddamn phone. Answer the line if it's that important. Your call is in line to be, well, it should be answered within the next. And then some generic bitch comes on and goes, 11 minutes. Or you can opt for a callback. And then they love thanking you for calling. Like I had a fucking choice. My cable bill is $200 more than it should be this month. I had a choice. What do you want me to do? Oh, well, you could go. I like when your internet or something, let's say your Wi-Fi is down, and then you call and they're like, Well, there's nobody available to speak to, but you could go online. But I wish I could, bitch. I can't. My internet is down. How the hell am I going to go online if I can't do that? And then they want to type in the chat and it's a bot. And then it's a hello, my name is Emily or whatever it is. It's not Emily. It's not anybody. It's a freaking computer. My son gets mad at me. He goes, stop cursing and yelling at Alexa. It's not real. She's not real. Just don't say that loud because she changes the lights and stuff for me. I don't want her to get upset just in case. Big brother is watching. Make no mistake there. Anyway, it's Saturday night. I'm actually in a good mood. I got some shit to get off my chest, but like I said earlier, and I'll reiterate, I'll repeat myself. This show is going to be, I had to pick a category, so I picked sports. It's predominantly a sports talk radio show. However, it's different from other ones that you might have heard or partaken in or listened to, whatever, because there's movies, there's music, there's pop culture. We're going to have trivia. We have My Cousin Vinny. We have the engineer. We have hot chicks popping in and out. We're going to have bum chat. We're going to have a lie detector test. All sorts of stuff that basically you're going to want to, why, Mr. Me Machine, do you not take your meds as prescribed? Well, I do. It's for the same reason that I don't stop at stop signs. I really don't like reading when I'm driving. It's just it clashes with my personality, which is completely out there like Pluto. But you know what? Last night, speaking of out there, and I don't mean this in a bad way, when I was doing a video and audio check last night on one of our platforms on Kick that we went on, we actually have listeners. I kid you not. This happened last night, and she subscribed too to our YouTube channel from Australia. I'm thinking we had to go from 8 to 9 p.m. and make a later start time because we're in the New York, New Jersey area, metropolitan area, to have it more inclusive on Saturday nights for California and the West Coast and Arizona, people like that. So we moved it back an hour. Not a big deal. I don't mind doing that. We go over anyway all the time, time-wise, which is a big no-no when you're doing satellite radio. But you know what? It's my station. I'll do what I want. And I'm thinking we're only going to get people from that far away. And we do get people from Canada and stuff like that. We had people that called in, hello, from Australia. Australia. How cool is that? I mean, I thought we were just going to get another state. We got a different continent. That was awesome. And she actually subscribed. And I'm just telling you, I don't know if that's a big deal, not a big deal. The people who gives a shit. Well, to me, it meant a lot. I have a few more continents to go. How many continents are there? This is something like the rings and the Olympics. I don't watch that shit either. It could come on every 8 years. It would be too much for me. Forget about every 4, except for the hockey. The hockey's cool. Anyway, or girls volleyball for obvious heterosexual reasons. But anyway, I am going to turn around here. And for those who might miss it later on, okay, that's fine. I'm going to grab the wheel real quick. I call it Wonder Wheel. It's from the movie The Toy. And I'm going to I'm going to show you, read out loud, and explain what's on the wheel. We're not going to do it yet. When the toll-free number is active, which it is right now, it's 833. It's toll-free for people outside of the country. Obviously, if you're in this country, cell phones, that went out a long time ago where you get roaming charges and all this other stuff. But it's toll-free. That's old school, baby. 833-777-MEAN, MEAN. That's how we're going to do the trivia, and I'll explain how that works right now, actually. So I can't have people that type in the chat the answers to whether they pick movies or music or sports or whatever, because it's usually you're the dealer and it's dealer's choice. What if you suck at typing? Like, I'm okay at typing. I'm good. I make types. What if you know the answer, but you suck at typing? Another person took longer, but they can type quick. Well, that's not fair. And it doesn't give you time to look it up or Google it or whatever the hell you think you're going to do to try to win money. Because that, number one, takes the fun out of it. Number two, I can't afford that shit. So it would be on the spot. When the person calls, then we get to spin the wheel. We'll figure out which trivia we're going to do, figure out if it's going to be $5, $10, $15, $20, $25 question, and then we do it. And then you have to answer it right there. You don't have enough time because you don't know what the question is going to be. Because I'm really smart. I thought of this. Anything I could do to save money. I mean, we had pictures falling off the wall and shit last week. That's probably the only thing that we did get done this week was get that picture back up there. So we have different camera angles and everything like that. I hope the microphone that you're listening to me talk through, because it's top of the line, this thing, it should be picking up. I have a very low gravelly voice, and I have it on natural, meaning I didn't touch the tone. I didn't touch the compression or the gain or anything. This is my voice. It's just amplified. I'm in your thoughts. It's like Crazy Train. Anyway, let me grab this wheel. Hold on. Aha. All right. Incredibly, at the same time, everything got in my way. You know, for people that have never been to a radio station or, other than TV or a movie or something like that, what you see in the booth, which is what you're getting right now, is the best of both worlds. In other words, yeah, people stream and they do that, and they either have a professional kind of setup or they're just streaming with their ear pods or whatever those things are. And, and that's fine. I'm not like, balking at it at all. But it's some people don't realize that when you like to see behind the scenes of what really goes on and what the engineers do and what the DJ does and how everything is done behind the scenes that you don't see because all you're doing is hearing, you're thinking, oh, it's very seamless and this and that. And, I told you last week and it's the same. It rang true then and it rings true now. A DJ, a broadcaster, podcaster, whatever you want to call the people that do what they do, myself included, the biggest enemy we will ever have is a wedgie. No, the biggest one we will ever have is dead air. Dead air is the absolute worst. You have to keep going. That's the way I was trained to do. I did it for many, many years. I read copy for National Geographic. I worked for WQAM, Miami Dolphins Radio down in South Florida back in the 90s, Island 107 in Key West. I worked at Z100 up here in New York back in 1992, I think it was. It was a while ago. I was in my 20s. I actually found 2 pictures. Now, we didn't have cell phones back then. And even the ones that were around were like a friggin' shoebox on the side of your head. Remember that? So we didn't really take a lot of pictures in these places when I was in clubs or in the radio. But I did find 2 pictures. I have one from 1993 and one from 1996. And I started DJing when I was a teenager, 1986. Did that till 2012. And then I took an 11-year hiatus, you could say, and now I'm back. I was stuck at I was in line at a motor vehicle. I just got out. So that's what the delay was. Anyway, here's the wheel. Now I realize you're going to get a little banging around here. I'm going to try to show it to you the best way I can with me being able to see it at the same time, which is virtually impossible with sunglasses on. All right. So here's the wheel. 12 spots on the wheel. Okay. And I will read them to you on what they are. All right. So we have a $5 trivia one, a $20 trivia one. Good God. Who wrote this? $10 trivia. Another one says truth or dare. Self-explanatory. Next one says it's called knock that shit off. And I hope it lands on that because a lot of people need to knock this shit off. All right. Next one is called stump me. It's kind of the same thing as the trivia that you guys would be calling in and trying to win, except instead of you having to guess it, you get to come up with it, and I would have to guess it, and you would win that way. If I win, I just keep the money, so that's kind of what that means. Anyway, we have another one. It's called Stupid People. Self-explanatory. $5 trivia spot. Another one, it says, and this is kind of like Alice Trebek with giving you the different categories in Jeopardy, but this is really more fucked up than that. Okay. One of them says, you're saying it wrong. Next one, RUFKM. Unless you don't know what that is, that means, are you fucking kidding me? Next one, yo mama. The one after that, stump me again. And then you have your $5 trivia, 20. Okay, so we're back to the wheel. So this is the Wonder Wheel. All right, so you see it. That's the wheel that we're going to use. It's cool. It's not a little shitty one. Wasn't cheap, but it's cool. And we're going to pay people. Can you believe this? I had to pay for a wheel so that you could win money. It would have been cheaper for me to just give you the damn wheel or the money. All right, so we're going to put this there. All right. And I'm going to move around here with my squeaky lazy boy chair here. Let me move the mic a little bit more that way. There you go. So I can look more at you guys. So I'll try to do that. Hi. Let me take another sip of this lovely Gold Peak unsweetened tea because I'm diabetic and I cannot have sugar. It's awesome. If you really like bland stuff that barely tastes better than water, it's less filling and tastes like ass. 1 second, please. Okay, good. Thanks. All right, let me put these glasses back on because I have circles under my eyes because people try to get at least 6, 7 hours of sleep, and I do too, but mine is per week, not per night. So anyway, we will have to take another station break in a few, but we're going to do the trivia 833-777 mean, and we're glad you're here. I'm glad that we have these people from Australia. I think that that's so cool. I don't know why I think that. I just do. It's nice to have people that are, I mean that's great. We have a few more continents to go, and I guess sky's the limit when it comes to that. Anyway, so we're still checking the mics and doing different things. Like I said, I have this on natural. I can mute it out like that, so I go, "What the?" and you can't hear that. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to read some emails like I do every week. It's become a fan favorite. I like it too. I think it's pretty funny and cool. And so we're going to do that. At Meme Machine 973 is our handle on everything, and Meme Machine 973 at outlook.com. We're going to probably get a flood of people later on. Right now, it's Saturday, and people stopped doing what they're doing and didn't pick up their kids and didn't eat dinner and didn't do a damn thing today, even preparing for Easter or whatever, because, Madden, everybody's on there right now. I think it's between 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Everyone's trying to pull these golden tickets. If you don't know what that is, EA has become essentially fucking Willy Wonka, and they are, you got to rip these tickets to get gold 99, but seriously? And people are flooding into that. They take this stuff seriously. I'm not joking. I am not kidding you. And I like playing Madden. I played the show. I played Madden. I have Xbox. I mean, I think it's great. I really do. I love it. You know what I mean? I've been playing it for more than 20 years, since Madden 94. I mean, that's a long time. But some of these people are completely out of control. I mean, you got like Warren Buffett over here. Oh, well, the market is going up with the training and the course. Oh, shut up. You know what I mean? Take some time, make a little bit of extra money if that's because you're such a content creator or whatever, and redo the curtains or something in the basement where you live at your mom's house. That stop it with this, that's some thing. First of all, you're not creating shit, okay? EA created it, Madden created it. You're commenting on it. And if you have any kind of video that you're making about it or whatever, that's one thing. And I subscribe to some of that. I'm not knocking that. Okay? I'm serious. I'm really not. What I have an issue with or whatever problem with is people that, the high and mighty where they will ignore you or whatever. And they believe that like, this is important stuff. And, this is what I do for a living and everything. Great. But it's not real. Okay. It's not sustainable as far as all they do is most of them, 90% of them just bitch and moan about how shitty EA is and how bad the game is. If you played Tecmo Bowl or any of these games back in the day, or even the early Maddens or whatever, they've come a long way. EA does suck big time, EA Sports. They really do, because damn well that the graphics, the game itself or whatever, in 2023 should be way more advanced. It's supposed to be so realistic. It's not even close. Okay. I was a broker. I understand how about the market. And I did play football. I didn't just study what a cover two defense is. Some of these people make me laugh. Oh, well, I've studied this and it's a cover two defense. So I play zone. You don't know shit. Okay. Unless you've been out there banging heads. I had 3 surgeries. I banged around, whatever. I know what it's like. So how the hell do you know what's realistic and what isn't? I love these guys. It's always these little pencil necky, weak, frail people that couldn't make the football team even if they tried to, if there was two of them. And all of a sudden they're experts on football. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. Just do what you do, and that's fine. I'll do what I do. And I'm not making fun of people. I just haven't, the people that have that high and mighty attitude that, that they're providing a service and like, this is some kind of godly thing. And it's are you kidding me? Really? Your parents must be so proud. Well, then again, it's partially their fault anyway. Anyway, I'm not going to bash that. Like I said, I enjoy playing the game. I play it too. But just remember, it's a game. It's not real. Because you turn it off like when you're done or you change to another game. Try to remember this, people, okay? Try not to take this stuff so seriously. With this, I gotta go rip gold tickets. Do you realize how bad you're getting screwed with all this shit? The micro transactions and everything. The game costs $60 brand new. I didn't even pay that much for it, I don't think, for Christmas time. Okay. And the microtransactions are through the roof, and they don't use all that money. The trade block is still screwed up for over a week now. They couldn't fix that, but they have time to come out with this Willy Wonka golden ticket bullshit. It's bullshit. EA knows exactly. Oh, there's a glitch. They forgot to put a zero. Really? You think they're that stupid, these people? They didn't forget shit. And why do you think the trade block is down right now? Is it coincidental that it was the day before that the eggs came out? Anybody think of that? Or did you not notice? I did. It happened on a Thursday evening for me. Now, some people get banned because they're buying coins from these other friggin' slime balls, like, some of these people out there. I'm not going to mention names or whatever. There's some legit company, but some of them, and they're jerks. This one dude, I kid you not, I've made millions doing this. Let me tell you two things. Number one, I've never met anyone that's made millions that actually said, I've made millions. Obviously, you didn't. And number two, we weren't talking about mutt coins. We were talking about real money. No, you didn't. And stop it. You're just another obnoxious New Yorker who went down to Florida because of the tax break and tried to do some shit that's like one step removed from wire fraud and credit card fraud, basically. Okay, it violates terms of service and all these other things. And I'm not sticking up for EA Sports because they could suck it. They are fucking horrible. They basically have legalized gambling for people under 18, and they get away with it. And the idiots out there that are ripping packs and paying for it and doing all that, and then they go online on YouTube and go, we're a no money spent thing. Bullshit. Yes, you did, and yes, you do. I don't want to hear it. One way or another, you do. So knock it off with the God complex bullshit, because you could get away with that with some people, but this is Jersey, okay? I'm a Sicilian Scorpio. I got 3 6s in a row in my social security number. I am not known for being nice, therefore with a meme machine. But I'm here to protect the weak. I am here to protect the nuclear family, for those who don't have a voice, for those that are shy, for those that are worried about what they might or might not say might come back to them. I don't worry about shit, man. I'm a 6'2", 230-pound Sicilian madman, okay? And it does nothing bothers me. You can't scare me at all. But I am here to protect those people. I am a voice for those who do not have a voice. So make no mistake. You tug on Superman's cape, he will turn. All right? So just wanted to get that out of the way. I'm not trying to keep this too dark or anything like that, but some of this stuff just really aggravates me, that these people are so high mighty, and then they, I'm a content creator. You couldn't, the last content that you created right after that, I heard the friggin' bowl flush, okay? You didn't create Ugats. Madden created it. EA created it. You're commenting on it in different ways about it. That's not content. Okay? So take it from someone who would know. But if that's what you decide you want to do and that's what you like doing it, then that's fine. I mean, to each his own. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying stop pretending that you're not. Go with one thing and stick with it, my God, I might offend some people, and I appreciate the fact that, and I'm not trying to do that, but I don't make any bones about it. I come straight from the hip, and I tell you, I can spot bullshit in a fog storm in a balloon hanging over the Mississippi River. I can smell it, and I can see it, and I call bullshit on all those people that, wait, we're no money spent. We don't do any of that. And meanwhile, they have 600,000 coins and millions of this and blah, but they're manipulating the system, and they have a middleman and they have a buyer. And come on, man. And later on, if you want, I will tell you exactly when you're in the trade block, or not even that, when you're auctioning and you see the same card and it's all different prices and everything, guaranteed that's one or two or three of the same people selling them. There's not a whole bunch of different people. It's an old eBay trick. We did that things 25 years ago. You own 7 of them, and you stack them and you stagger them with price. You make one real expensive, another one a little bit less expensive, a little bit. And so the person goes, "Oh, well, I'll buy this one. This one's much cheaper from this guy." You're buying it from the same guy. He could have sold it to you that all, but he's making it look it's so high on that one that this looks like a good deal here. And maybe it is. But make no mistake, these guys have all this shit and they're buying there. And yeah, they paid for it one way or another. They did not sit there and grind and get all these coins that are on bullshit. You would be 140 years old and wouldn't have that many coins. And the amount of money, 12,000 points to get a pack, it's 150, 140 something dollars. Are you shitting me? Really? God bless you. You know what I mean? I hope your parents don't see that on their credit card statement because you ain't paying for it. That's for sure. Anyway, sorry, lips getting a little dry there. Anyway, we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to have fun. Forget about that stuff for right now. I got that off my chest. We're good. If you want to type in the chat, I will be happy to address it or see what you got going on in there. You have Twitch, you have Kick, several platforms. I can't really see anything on Twitter because I can see myself, but there's no chat on there. Like people can post stuff and everything, but I really don't have the time to do that or react to it, I should say. But I'd like to. Anyway, like I said, and don't get me wrong, for people like that, I love sports, I love Madden, I love all that kind of stuff. I'm not people do whatever they want, but please be who you are. And you people, you get it. And for those that might be listening or watching or both, that are those type of, that I'm a contact with, stop. Knock that shit off. You're not fooling anyone. It's not sustainable. And stop bitching about everything. It's that part of that self-entitled bullshit. Oh, this game isn't as good as it should be. But did you ever play Madden 95, bro? Please. They've come a long way. Now, EA sucks because they can make this game much better. Much better with the millions and billions that they probably make on microtransactions. But that's, I don't want to go too far off the deep end. 833-777 mean. It is the day before Easter, so we'll keep it very nice and light. But, as a Sicilian man, you know what I mean? I get hot-blooded and I get an idea in my head and boom, I react. And that's just the way it is. It ain't the nice machine. Anyway, but we do have people viewing us from Australia, which I think is great. They're down under and we're above and over. So this is good. Going to have some tunes for you. My cousin Vinny will be here. Little Timmy will stop by. You remember Timmy. And we're going to do a bunch of fun things. Trivia will be paid out Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. But Venmo or Cash App is probably better. I'm not a big proponent of PayPal. And I'll do it live. If you win, I'll get your information right there and then on there. And I will send it to you right then and there. You will get your money if you win. There's a caveat on that, though. And I'm going to tell you what that is right now because I keep saying that. If you're going to call in for the trivia and partake in it and win the money, you've got to be a subscriber. And the reason I say this is because now we're trying to give it, number one, it's free to subscribe on our YouTube channel at MeanMachine973. Okay? We're not going to just give out money and dole it out and like we never see or hear from these people ever again. We want people that are going to be engaged with the show, that are interested in coming back, that want to give it a viable chance and see if it's something that they want to, pop in and become a regular or passing through or whatever. Not just some asshole who needs $10 because they got to go buy, they got to go rip a golden ticket or some shit. You know what I mean? So you have to be a subscriber either on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube. The YouTube one is free, so you might as well do that one. We are the same handle on all of the, I post most of the stuff on show updates and everything like that with on Twitter. Same handle on everything at MeanMachine973. At the rate we're going right now, since I turned the Twitter account back on, I think in early February, right now we're approaching 900 followers, which might not seem a lot to some people, but that means about 75,000 by the end of the year, give or take. That's pretty good, considering we just started. We have almost 5,000 on Facebook. YouTube, we could use some more subscribers, I got to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you to subscribe. Enjoy the content, subscribe. If you don't. I don't ask for it. I prefer to earn it. And there's not going to be any money for quite some time. So I do this for free and I do it for fun. This is supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be for you guys. In other words, we'll talk about what I want to talk about, movies, music, sports, but then as the show progresses, it's going to be about what the audience wants. So we will taper it around what how the audience, what you guys want to talk about. I am the vehicle of getting you to where you want to go and what you want to do and talk about everything. I'm just the bus driver essentially. You're telling me the destination. So it's got to start somewhere. And since I can't read your mind, I'm not clairvoyant, we hit on different stuff. It's inclusive. And what does that mean? That means that male, female, I don't care if you're white, black, if you identify as a male, a female, or a teacup, it does not matter to me. It's inclusive. No one's going to make fun of you here. You will have a voice. You'll have a chance to express your opinion on different subjects: sports, movies, music, pop culture, whatever it is. Partake in the trivia. Nobody will be shut out. Nobody will be told that they can't say this or that. I won't put up with it. And not on this channel, baby. It ain't going to happen. Anybody has a problem with that, you better pack a lunch because it's going to take you all day to take me on. This is what we do here. We protect those people and allow them a safe haven to be able to partake in a radio show, in a live broadcast, in a live stream, win some money, play trivia, and have fun. Everyone has the right to have fun and not be made fun of and stuff like that. I don't. It's wrong. It's morally wrong. Sometimes it's even illegal. But that's not why I feel the way I do. I feel that way because I've always felt. Well, I should say since I was a little kid, I always felt that people that were less fortunate and those that didn't have a voice or were shy or got bullied and stuff like that, at first, I'm like, that's your problem, whatever. And then I started to change as a Christian man, which I am, and we don't talk politics or religion. And it's just like being in a bar, two items that we do not talk about because they get controversial with some people. But so we stay away from that. But I felt that as a Christian man, I felt it incumbent upon me to protect those people, for those that were less fortunate, for those that were too afraid to fight back. And well, I'm like your guardian angel. You got a friend with the meme machine. So on the contrary to what people think, oh, it's just a guy that's going to, have a dirty mouth or a potty mouth. He's going to make fun of people. But no, it's quite the opposite, my friends. I'm here to protect those who don't have a voice. I am your voice. Remember that. Going to take a 5-minute break. We will be back. I'm going to start taking some phone calls, read those emails, and we'll pass on this Wonder Wheel thing here. And thank you. I see in the chat over here, a young lady saying that she likes my voice. Thank you. It likes you back, babe. Sorry if I called you babe. That usually I only say that to Alexa, my girlfriend. She's short and kind of chubby, but she changes the lights and makes the bed and cooks and everything. She's really great. Alexa, turn second light red.
Okay.
And she didn't do it. Turn first light red. Alexa, turn first light red.
Okay.
Nice. All right, we'll be back in 5. This is the Meme Machine. We are broadcasting live in live stream and live broadcast on AM/FM band satellite radio. It is April 8th, 2023. Meme Machine live from New York. We will be back in 5. All right, we're back there. Gonna take a little quick station break, if you will. If you just are tuning in now, you are on the Meme Machine. This is satellite radio. We are live streaming on different platforms: Kick, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube simultaneously. And we the difference between live streaming, like I mentioned earlier, uh, is that we're also doing a live broadcast, which is Saturdays only. It's from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go a little bit later. Tomorrow's a holiday, so a lot of people are preparing for that and just chilling out. And there's a lot of choices out there of things to watch and see and do or whatever. So if you're here, I appreciate you. Thank you. We just got a couple of more subscribers while we're on that station break on our YouTube channel. It's free to do, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much. You can do that on Twitch. You could do it on Kick. You could do it on. You could follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, Facebook. We have like 5,000 people on Facebook. But we try to stream on all of them. So the difference, once again, between, well, hey, Meme Machine, what's the difference between live streaming and live broadcast? Isn't that the same thing? No, it's not. Here it is. Live streaming is what we're doing now. We're streaming live. People stream all the time. There's a lot of gamers that stream, and 80% of them, that's what they are. This is a radio show. And on Saturday nights, we do a live broadcast on satellite radio. Now, we're only on SoundCloud and things like that. I'm waiting for for the bandwidth license, which is an FCC license, what it used to be called. I had to wait for the renewal. Excuse me. I had to go from this unsweetened tea, which is lovely if you like, basically it's piss, but because there's no sugar in it and it's horrible. It's less filling and tastes like ass. But I went to this other stuff here. It's pretty good. There's no sugar in it. So give me a little agita. And if you're from Jersey or New York or Italian, you understand agita, like right here. Got my 1974 Meme Machine, baby. Remember that show, The Longest Yard? And to answer people's questions, because I get that a lot, and I'm going to always get that. Why the Meme Machine? Where'd you get that name? Is that from a movie? But okay, so obviously, if you see the background and things like that, if you know me for 2 seconds, you know that I'm a big Pittsburgh Steeler fan, American football, for those that are out in Australia there. And we do have Australia, but we got people from Australia that have signed up and everything. So instead of just getting people from a different state, from different states, which we have, and not just Canada, we got people listening and viewing in Australia. Got a whole new continent. That's awesome, man. I mean, really, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That's great that with today's technology that we could actually do that and you can hear and see me. Most radio shows, I mean, for the most part, you can only hear them. And now with the technology, you can hear and see them. And that technology has been around for a while, but it's become more prevalent now in the last few years. So came out of retirement, not to just do this, but because, it's not that I missed it 100%. It's because I did it for so long, 26 years, and between clubs and radio and mobile and everything, how I started out in the 80s. And always had a flair for it, always had the gift of gab, always had a good voice, that kind of thing. And then I read commercials and I worked in clubs and stuff like I told you, and a lot of other boring shit. I read copy and commercials. And when you see commercials back in the day, when you don't really realize it unless you're looking at the actual TV and you're seeing the actors talk in a commercial or whatever it is, a spot, any kind of short whatsoever. That's fine. That's them. If it's not dubbed, then that's the actors actually talking. But when you see commercials every day, you don't really think about like Pizza Hut, stuff like that, where you don't see the people talking, but you hear someone narrating it. Well, that was me. So you actually never saw me, but you did hear me, probably in various stuff. Due to certain copyright and all this other bullshit, I can't mention what those were and everything. Otherwise, I got to pay them again. Can you believe that? It was in like 1998. Anyway, who needs the aggravation, right? We're going to spin the wheel for trivia. The 800 number is up and running. It is a toll-free number, I should say. It's 833-777-MEAN, MEAN. We're going to spin the wheel. I will bring the wheel back over. It's behind me. You can't see it right now. I'm going to change the camera angle. because we have several cameras. Um, and I'll show you what the presets on there, well, what I wrote on there. Um, so it's pretty funny. And we're going to give out cash prizes via Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. And I will do it live when you answer the question. If you do get it correct, I'm going to pay you right then and there. So let's change this camera angle to there. We could do that. Remember, I can mirror it out. So we go like that and then go, I could rearrange the room real quick like that. Wasn't that fast? That was flash. What's 973? What's Mean Machine 973? That is my height and weight. I'm very slim. No, it is our area code. There was the Mean Machine. There was a movie or something that was in the early 2000s. So to distinguish, excuse me, us from them, we added the 973 because I'm really a genius, and that's what I came up with. The 8 seconds I had to choose something. Also, speaking of choosing, had to choose a venue, had to choose a category. I chose sports, but it's more than that. It is sports, it's movies, it's music, it's pop culture. We're going to do trivia on everything. You have a beef, you have something you want to discuss, you want to talk about the Major League Baseball season that started last week. You want to talk about Madden. You know what I mean? The stuff, I play that too on Xbox, gaming kind of things. You want to talk about the upcoming NFL draft. I'd love to talk about Aaron Rodgers. I mean, is he guy going to be a Jet? Is he not going to be a Jet? The traffic here sucks already. And if he becomes one, kind of leaning against it because the traffic will just be horrible. But I would go and see the guy play. I've never seen Aaron Rodgers play. I've seen Elway play. I've seen Marino play. I've seen Montana play. I've seen Bill Sims play. I mean, Steve Young, all the guys, a lot of Hall of Famers, Troy Aikman, people like that over the course of, growing up. But Bradshaw, my favorite, actually one of them. Never got to see Aaron Rodgers, though. So I wouldn't mind that if he came here. See him in his last hurrah tour. Never got to see Brady either, and I don't really care about that. But anyway, whatever subject you want to do. The way the trivia is going to work is two things. Number one, just so that you're aware on how this stuff works. Okay. First thing is you're going to call in on 833-777-MEAN. And the reason why we can't do it through the chat is because if we do it through the chat and you suck at typing and you know the answer, someone's going to beat you to and everything, it doesn't seem quite fair. Plus, you have time to look it up. If you call and you get the option of what type of trivia, whatever the wheel lands on, whatever you decide, dealer's choice, you being the dealer, that's fine. We spin the wheel to find out the amount, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever it is. And I'll show you the wheel in a minute. It's actually right behind me over there. And we'll spin it. It's kind of a cool wheel. And what'll happen is you'll be able to, you'd have to answer right then and there. It doesn't give you time to look it up. It's your choice. There's also a spot on the wheel. It's called Stump Me. Self-explanatory. You could reverse the trivia. To win, you'd have to stump me on a question. Not saying that I'm perfect. And as I get older, I forget shit, but so if you're going to take a shot at me, that's probably be the best way. Excuse me. Gotta enjoy a beverage for 1 second here. Yeah, a lot better than that tea. We are live satellite radio right now, and we're live streaming. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is the same on all of them. It's at MeanMachine973. Our email, which I'm going to read some right now, because we get some crazy people, some good ones and some funny stuff and some stupid questions and everything all rolled into one. It's MeanMachine973 at Outlook.com if you want to drop us a line. So I printed out some emails. I still print stuff out. Yeah, I do that. So here we go. Let's read some emails before we do the trivia, and then I'll show you the wheel, like I said. Okay, here we go. Anyway, let's make this smaller. 1 second there. Let's fix this. That's 6 screens, and I can't see anything. I swear to God. You try doing it in the dark with sunglasses. That's what she said. All right. And we'll make this smaller, and there's Twitch. Oh, wow. Look at that. I'm all over the place. As the show grows, and it will, it'll be inclusive. And I keep mentioning this over and over because a lot of people say it. A lot of people attempt it. I don't see a lot of people doing it. And what I mean by that is people that normally, they feel weird calling in or they don't want to partake in something. They feel bullied or they feel embarrassed or ashamed or whatever. Not here. The Mean Machine is not after people. The Mean Machine is here to protect people. And what do I mean by that? I mean, the people that don't have a voice, now you have one. You want to be included, whether you are a male or female or identify something, fine. We're going to be talking about sports, movies, music, pop culture. You like one, some, or all of those things. So I tried to keep it inclusive like that. We talk about what I want to talk about at first because I don't know exactly which exact topic that you want to talk about. Stuff that's in the news. I mean, there's a never ending load of shit that comes in a daily basis. Some of it is crazy. We stay away from politics, we stay away from religion. Controversial subjects have no place here, and neither does not hearing people out. You know, if you gave a chance and listened, gave a chance and listened to the people when they speak, when they call in, you might have more in common with them than you really think. Um, I mean, just give it a try. That's what we're going for on this. I'm going to change this mic again. I'm going to move it this way so that I can look more towards the camera. So that's really what that's about. It's about giving everybody a chance, having some fun, winning some money, maybe learning something, spending a little bit of time outside of your own life. I'm not saying it's dull. I'm saying that there's always a lot going on, and we all do. We all have stuff going on, good, bad, or indifferent. Me too. I know I'm included in that. I don't give a rat's ass what other people think about this or that. What I care about is take some time away from that, spend some time with the meme machine, have a little bit of fun. Everybody could do that, right? Something we could all agree upon. We could use a couple of laughs, a little bit of joy in our lives. Why not? Anyway, we're going to spin the wheel, but let me read these printed out emails. And yes, I'm old school. I print them out. So I'm not going to give you the people's name, obviously, but if they included it, I will tell you where they're or where they wrote from. Where they are, where they're located. So this one is from Illinois. We have another one from Illinois. We got a few of them. Very popular in Detroit and Michigan and some in Ohio and Texas and stuff like that. But this is another one from this one's from Illinois, Peoria, Illinois. Dear Meme Machine, how are you? PG. I caught part of your video or show on YouTube. I don't know how to subscribe. Do I hit the button? Yeah, there's like a little bell or whatever. It's free, and you click on it if you want to follow. You're not obligated to, but that would be great. We'd love for you to. If you like the content or whatever they're calling it nowadays, you want to be part of the show. You want to just listen in and sit back and have a laugh or two. That's fine. You can follow us on Twitter if you have Twitter. It's at Meme Machine 973. It's the same handle on TikTok, same one on Instagram, all that stuff, Facebook. But to be able to watch and to be able to get notifications of when we go live, not just streaming, but live broadcast like we are on satellite radio right now, Twitter is the best way to do it. It's at Meme Machine 973. The email is mememachine973 at outlook.com. The toll-free number is 833-777-MEAN. And that's the number you'll be calling when we start the trivia, which we are probably going to do in the next 15 minutes or less. And I'll go over the titles on it. But anyway, here's the email. I love your voice. Rock on, brother. I will. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope you become a subscriber. Here's the next one. This one is from Los Angeles, California. We got some West Coast peeps. Hey, how's it going out there on the East Coast, man? I can't even read my own handwriting here because I had to rewrite part of this to see. Okay. How does the trivia work? Can I win it without calling? And then he goes on to ask another question about something with Super Bowls or whatever. Okay. So I can't give you his name, but that's where it goes. So it's from Los Angeles, California. Okay. The way we have it set up like that, and I explained this a little bit earlier, I should probably play a rerun on this, but that's okay. We get people that call in, like obviously if you're in the continental US and you calling or whatever, there's no more roaming and everything with cell phones. There's not a charge. But we do have people in Canada, Mexico, places like that. Cuba too, believe it or not. And as I mentioned earlier in the show and yesterday, and subsequent shows. I'm going to mention it again because I think it's so great. We had a couple of people and a young lady from Australia. So we have a brand new continent that we have people listening to the Meme Machine, and we're still relatively new. There's three categories as far as if you're doing this or if you're not doing this. This is the way I see it, by the way. And the reason you got to call in for it is because if people are typing and everything on different platforms, I can't see it. Even with the engineer here, it's hard to do it in real time. It gives too much time for you to try to look it up. And some people try to cheat that way, and it takes the fun out of it. And what's the point of it if it's not fun? We're not talking about huge amounts of money. But to keep it fair, you'd have to answer the question right there and then when I put you on the spot. If it's a stump me question, you'd have to put me on the spot right then. I'd have to answer right then and there, whether I win or lose. And the same thing goes for you guys. So that's why we have it set up for a toll free number so people don't get charged, that people that are outside the United States. And because it's the only way to keep it fair, because I don't have like a network of people working here with me. This is me and one other person. If you include Alexa, that's three people, Right, Alexa? All right. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah, you can win the trivia that way. We will spin the wheel and we're gonna have some fun with it. I hope that answers your question there. But I appreciate you tuning in. And if you want to subscribe on Twitch or Kick or YouTube, the YouTube one is free. Please, by all means, go ahead and do that. We have followers everywhere, and as we get larger and we balloon and we get bigger and everything, it's going to be like a big family. It's going to have fun. We're going to have fun, and it's going to be something where you could all, you could count on it. Being consistent is key. But what I was just saying before is there's three categories of people that are doing this. The first category is people that don't know who you are. They just don't know who you are. They have no idea you exist. They haven't discovered you yet, found you yet, and hopefully they will. And then there's the second group of people that do know who you are, and they do not give a shit. It's just not their thing. They're not into talk radio. They're not, it's boring to them, or they don't like it, or whatever. They prefer gaming and that kind of, okay, cool. There's nothing wrong with that, to each his own. Then there's a third category, and this is the only one that you really do have control over as far as a podcaster, a broadcaster, a disc jockey, anyone that's putting content together, making YouTube videos, whatever you're doing, however you do what you do. That third one is blank. It's blank because you have to take people from column A that don't know who you are, column B who know who you are and don't give a shit, and you got to convert them into column C, if you will. Okay. That's how I see it. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but it's my opinion. And you know how that goes, right? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. Anyway, that's kind of how I feel about it. So, yeah, you can have control over that third column of converting people from A and B into C. You can't stop people from not knowing who you are. You can get the word out there. That's why we promote stuff and we put funny things on Facebook. And, I post things on Twitter every day. So, Throwback Thursday and Two for Tuesday and Hump Day stuff and Monday sucks and this and that. And, I have a different sense of humor than some people love it and some people don't like it. And you gain followers, you lose followers. Hey, that's all part of it. It's a big game. But you don't go into it for money. It takes a while to do that. If you can do this, what you do, whatever that is that you might do out there, if you do that and you can have fun with it and enjoy it and consistently do it and make videos and make shorts and reels, and if you're doing broadcasting like I am, or if you're just regular streaming, cool. If you're doing it because you enjoy it and you don't care if you make money or not, but it's something that you would continue to do because you have fun with it, you have a flair for it, whatever, then it will come later on. And I say this as a new streamer. I have life experience. I've been to the top of the mountain as far as broadcasting and reading copy and commercials and DJing in clubs and mobile, you know what I mean? And spots in movies where they dubbed over my voice, or used my voice, I should say, and worked in many clubs in different states. Miami Dolphins radio back in the day, you know what I mean? Island 107, all these type of things that I did, the little spots that I did with Shadow Stevens on Z100 back in the late, the early to late 90s. I do it because I like doing it. And if I get to the point where it could be self-sustainable, I mean, I put out a lot of money. American Express is looking for me. Shh, don't tell them. All the money that I spent putting into different things and different electronics and a new mic and a different laptop. I mean, I got a lot of things going on, and it doesn't come cheap, and nothing is. Good ones ain't cheap, and cheap ones ain't good. I do it And then if I do see dollar one, I'm going to make sure that I can put more money into the show to make it better, and I'm also going to give part of it to charity. Um, Most likely the American Diabetes Association. That's the one that I've chosen, and I mean that. It's good to give. Anyway, here's another email. I'll read one more, and this one is from Alexandria, Virginia. I think I was there. I don't know. I've been up and down the coast from New Jersey, New York to Florida many times back and forth, so I'm pretty sure I went through there. Mean Machine. Love the name. Love your voice. My wife and I plan on listening to you on Saturday nights. Do you plan on doing other shows during the week? It's hard because we go out. The only night we could go out, it says, the only night we could go out is Saturday night. So, we actually were listening to you when it was raining in the car. We're watching you on YouTube last week inside the car and eating our food, and you were making us laugh. And the soda went up my nose. Well, then I could die a happy man because that was my intent. Soda up the nose is positive. It's a good thing. I'm glad you and your wife enjoyed it. I've I love, I've actually liked the people that are in. I've been in Virginia many times. Um, I actually had a state trooper pull me over just to say hi. You know what I mean? They're very friendly to people with Jersey plates going through there. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you subscribing. It's at Mean Machine 973 on all the different. That's our same handle on all of it. You go to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter for show updates, Instagram, Facebook. The whole 9 yards. We stream exclusively every Saturday night, and we do a live broadcast. We are on satellite radio as I speak, AM/FM band. I'm looking to get on Apple Music, Spotify. Right now, it's just iHeart and SoundCloud and that kind of thing. And you could look for us under Mean Machine Media. But it's something where, you can't have copyrighted music. And, they did that, man, last week. Or was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was AC/DC, whatever I had on in the background. Man, that algorithm is slammed down and muted me right off of Facebook within, I think it was 12 minutes, if of that. So you got to be very careful with that. Because the mic is live, because we're satellite and we're hooked up that way, I can only play music on intros and exits, not during, because it's going to sound muffled because I have it going only through the mic channel. And those that understand arbitrary, or I should say, spatial sound and stuff like that, understand why that would be a problem. We're not in a huge studio. I'm in my home studio. Anyway, but thank you for being a subscriber, and I do appreciate all my listeners and followers and stuff like that. And as we grow, we won't forget you. I'm glad that you're here. There's a lot of choices out there, so thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so that's it for the emails on here. Now we have this wheel. Like I said, we'll go over a few things with that, and probably have to take another break real soon. I have another commercial to read. I'm going to read that off script and off camera, I should say. Excuse me, I'm a little thirsty. And then we'll take it from there. But my cousin Vinny is here, and good news is, and forgive me, I keep looking away from, because we're switching camera angles so often, it just kind of switches on me. So it's not that I'm not trying to look at you, or the camera, I should say. It's because I'm looking at 5 different monitors, chat in different ones, that kind of thing. So anyway, you've got little Timmy will be here. He usually stops by. He just wants to say hi. He's a little guy. And I think that's pretty cool.
Fucking horrible.
Well, it's yeah, he'll be coming around or whatever. The trivia is going to be good, like I said earlier, and I'll repeat myself. It's going to be paid out when you call 833-777-MEAN, and we pay right if you win right then and there. I'll do it with my cell phone right while you're live. You need you give your information, and whether you won 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever it was, you let me know, and either myself or engineer will, my cousin Vinny here, will pay. It's Venmo or Cash App for tonight. We do have PayPal, but that kind of sucks, and they charge it, and who needs that crap? If you missed a prayer to Rocky Balboa earlier, that was a funny thing, actually. I always get a kick out of that. Another week that Stallone is alive and still making movies, so we appreciate that every week. We give a quick shout out and a hallelujah to the man himself, Sylvester Stallone. Man, I'd love to have him on the show. That would be so awesome. Having Rocky sitting here, Rambo. I don't get starstruck. I've met many in my life, but him or Al Pacino or like Rob De Niro, someone like that would be like really cool, to, well, you know what I mean. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Um, anyway, so I'm waiting to have little Timmy come by. And like I said, you'll hear, and that's when you know that he's here. But that is pretty much the gist of it. I explained the difference between a live stream and a live broadcast and that kind of thing. And I appreciate it. Just got another one in the chat there on YouTube where they're saying that wow, what a great voice you have. Thank you so much. It's mine. I own it. I own the rights to it. It's probably the only thing in my life that I do. Thanks. It's if you got the pipes, you might as well use them. Like I said, but we're still tweaking the different things. The mic and the different audio video stuff that's in there. It's not an exact science. We do the best that we can. What the fuck is this shit? Yeah, so like I said, if you missed that Stallone thing, that was funny earlier. But you could see reruns on our YouTube channel of different videos. All right. So we're gonna keep that number on, right? That is correct. All right, thanks. All right, good. We are going to take a break in a moment because, like I said, we're on a delay because we're on satellite radio. So we're AM FM band. Look for us at Mean Machine 973. Once again, toll free number 833-777-MEAN. I want to go over again some other things like when we spin the wheel because it might not land on trivia. It's other stuff, but this thing about Madden and some of this stuff. I mean, I think you're going to find it to be funny, and I'm going to break it down for you, chop it up, if you will. Because in case you don't know, EA Sports, which basically is responsible for Madden 23 and all the ones that prior to that and subsequent ones, how can I say this in a nice way? They absolutely suck. Okay, people are this and they're ripping tickets and they're trying to. They're ripping packs and they're trying to get tickets. And since when is EA fucking Willy Wonka? Honestly, golden ticket, and these people are flocking to this shit right now too. I mean, dude, really? Calm down. This is not real life. The market is going up according to the CBT. Man, shut up. You're not. What are you kidding me? What are you, Warren Buffett? Calm down. All right. It's a game. Play the game. I play it. I enjoy it. Some of these people take it too far, and there's always these goofy fucks that they think that they're whatever. They couldn't even play football; they were so frail or whatever. But all of a sudden, they understand what a flex defense is and gun bunch and everything. Like they've actually played the game. I did. I got the scars, baby. This is the Mean Machine. We are broadcasting live from New York City. We are here tonight, yeah, and we are live streaming and we are live broadcasting all at the same time in one big sandwich. The Stupids will be here. I'll explain what that is when we come back. And I will go over. Actually, I'm going to tell you what's on the wheel right now for those who missed it earlier. Hold on. So it's a cool wheel. Here it is. And as the mic is going in and out because my headphones are dying, and they decided to. They were fine Monday through Friday, by the way. Now when I do the show, they're dying. So I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see. All right, here's the spots on the wheel. We have a $20 trivia, a $10 trivia, $5 trivia, Stump Me, which obviously you would ask the trivia to me. And if you could stump me on one of those subjects of sports or movies, music, whatever it is, then you actually will win just as if if it was the other way around. What else we have on the wheel? We have Yo Mama. We have RUFKM. If you don't know what that means, I will explain it. It means, are you fucking kidding me? And there's never, oh man, I hope it lands on that. What's the next one? You're saying it wrong. I'll explain that later. We have a $5 trivia one on there. One says stupid people. One says stump me. There's another one there. Okay. And we have another one that says knock that shit off. I'm going to make sure it lands on that one. My God, people need to knock some of this shit off. All right. We have truth or dare. Clean version. And some more trivia on there. So that's all 12 spots. So there you have it. Yo Mama, are you fucking kidding me? You're saying it wrong. $5 trivia. Stupid people. Stump me. Knock that shit off. Truth or dare. $10 trivia, $20 trivia, $5 trivia. Another stump me. And since your mama is so fat, it takes her 2 trips when she goes to haul ass. That's that other one right here. And then we will see what I mean? So it's actually a wheel. But I'm going to wait till we come back and then we will do the trivia that way. Man, I got a bunch of crap in my way. It usually is. Okay. There we go. Got my Mean Machine thing on, and my headphones are dying. And I hear better with the earphones. I really do. And I put my glasses on because I'm getting old. And sometimes it's hard to read everything. So, Alexa, turn second light blue.
Okay.
Alexa, turn first light blue.
Okay.
I hope you people colored your eggs. You know, the Easter Bunny's coming tomorrow. And that's another thing. I know it was like a German thing or whatever, and that's how it started. But can someone please tell me what the hell does an Easter Bunny and Easter eggs have to do with Jesus and Easter? It's a little bit more extreme. That's even more than like, oh, it's Jesus' birthday on and it's Christmas Day and Santa Claus and presents. You gotta thank the Germans for all this stuff. But seriously, forget that for a second. What the hell does it a bunny? Like, why isn't it a frog or something like that? Why is it a bunny? A bunny and Easter eggs, an Easter egg basket, and he hides eggs and he brings you jelly beans and shit. Like, what the hell does that have to do with Easter or Passover or Lent or Ash Wednesday or anything? Now, not everybody. I mean, not everyone celebrates Easter or whatever. For Catholics, for Christians like myself, it's the holiest day, really, from Good Friday yesterday till essentially from Ash Wednesday from February, where there's Lent, all the way leading up till tomorrow, where Easter. Um, it's the holiest of days of weeks for the Catholic religion, not Christmas, Easter. Like I said, we don't talk politics or religion, but I'm just saying I've always wanted to, what the hell does a bunny have to do with it? I guess somebody's got to sell it, right? Anyway, going to take another break. This will be a quick one, just a few minutes for station identification and to be able to read some copy offline, like I told you I have to do. And somebody's got to pay for this shit. I mean, come on. We are going to have the phone. The phone actually is on. So the number's on. And I have it right here because it forwards to my phone because we don't have like this big engineering thing going on here. And that's what we got going on. We got another follower on Twitter and another subscriber on YouTube. Very nice. Thank you so much. It's another female, too. Chicks dig me. You know what I mean? By the way, in case you missed it earlier, the over-under for tonight. I'll get the thing. The over-under is 4.5 tonight. There you go. Bro, what does exactly that mean? Well, let me turn this around since I am. It gets a little bit crazy for you. Let me do this. Let me go into there and let's go into there and boom. There you go. Now you can read it. The over-under for me saying bro in one broadcast is 4.5. That seems low. Like I said last week, it was 5.5. But it seems low. I would go with the over on something like this. All right, bro? So there you go. I just hit my several of the I broke another controller this week. I actually can't reach him right now, but yeah, I rage against the machine like no other. So I could have sworn it said on the box, if you throw a bunch of interceptions and fumble and all this stuff and you lose to people that you shouldn't have lost to online or whatever, that you could smash it on the ground, then it would be fine. It's not fine. The only thing that lasted was my sanity and the batteries. That's it. I got to stop doing that shit. Expensive habit. Anyway, little Timmy will be here because I saw him actually through the window. And we're gonna see what he's got going on. He's kind of cool, though.
You are one pathetic loser.
All right. So that's going to be it. So I'm looking at the other chat. So forgive me. Like I said, I keep looking away because I can only fit so many on this screen. So I have different screens and I'm looking and I'm doing like a little Mario jump, that kind of thing. So I can look at this and Look at that. Got some other stuff over here. Like I said, it's going to be fun though. All right. Anyway, let's see what we got here.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking ghost.
Okay, that's probably the wrong one.
This game sucks my spider balls. It's horrible.
Anyway, so we'll do that when we get back. I mean, there's not a whole lot of rules. Like I said, there is a couple of caveats, stipulations, if you will. Number one, to be able to win at the trivia when you're calling in, it's for subscribers. And the reason I do that is because you want people that are going to be engaged with the show and that enjoy it. You're not going to just have like people that you're never going to see or hear from again. They don't care about the show. They're just trying to grab a couple of bucks here and there. That's not fun, and it's not fair to the people that are actually into stuff like that. So you have two choices. You could either subscribe on Twitch or you could subscribe on YouTube. YouTube one is free. So it's for subscribers only. So you got to be able to do that. I will see your information pop up and I'll know that it's legit. And that's how you win, Venmo or Cash App. I'm going to spin the wheel and we're going to do that right when I get back. I promise. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, start thinking about it. You know what I mean? Because if it does land on the Stump Me one, if it lands on the Stump Me one, then you're gonna want to come up with something good to be able to stump me.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself.
Getting a little feedback on that as well. We're still working on that. It's never. There's so many wires here. People don't realize how hot it gets in here when you're sitting in a booth and all the stuff is going on or whatever. This is not like Casey Kasem or something like that. I mean, it gets warm in here with all this stuff going on. Wait until you see my electric bill. Well, not that you would, but you're lucky that you don't. It's amazing, really. Anyway, all right, going to take a break. Going to read that copy. I got one commercial to do, and I'm going to read that real fast, and I'm going to be back right after that, and we will do the cha-cha. Now, we will do the trivia. So we're going to have some winners. So that's good. So you get to make some money. See? Just sitting from probably your couch or whatever at home, and you can make some money. There's another name for that. It's called prostitution. No, I mean, that it's going to be fun. So anyway, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good. I hope you are too. This is the Meme Machine. We're live from New York, live streaming and live broadcasting. We used to be at the top of the Empire State Building. Now we're down in the basement. So there's only one way to go, and that's up, right? We'll be back. Stay tuned. I took my sunglasses off. Why not? All right. So, like I said, I just had to do. Actually, it was for a, and you probably never heard it. It was a. Oh, they call it a soft drink. It's a soda. It's not pop. It's soda. And I just read that commercial for somebody. I had to do it off air because we don't have the rights to, because they're still new and all this other stuff. So let me change the mic gain on there for you so I'm not blasting you out. And we'll keep it a little bit more like this. I can use my natural voice. I don't really need to make make any changes, so to speak. We'll just put a big gain there. And we'll put the compressor like that. And we should be good to go. Get a little presence boost there and a little high pass. And if you can figure out what the hell that all is, you're smarter than I am. Anyway, all right. So let's put this back down there. And okay. Here's the controllers. Remember, I said I break controllers all the time and I get pissed off and everything. So here's one of them. And it's just pieces of it. I don't know. That's one of them. $60 down the drain that you'll never see again. This is another one. This is the red one. Don't throw 4 interceptions with a 99 overall. It's bullshit. All right. And then this one, I really got pissed. I mean, I swear to God, you know what I mean? I'm the only idiot that still uses Elway as my quarterback. You know, this is why this shit happens. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to bring the wheel over. We're going to spin the wheel as promised. Now, if it lands on trivia, we have to wait for the call to come in to be able to do that. So 833-777 mean. I will take the call live. It forwards to my phone because the engineer is not here. I'm not sure where he is. Well, actually, I do know where he is. That's kind of a lie. Anyway, when we get a call like that, I'm going to spin this wheel. And I'm going to do it because I don't have a ton of room right here. See it? Here it is. I think you can see it from there. It makes a weird sound on the wood table there. Okay. It's not a trivia one. So while we're waiting for trivia, when I will spin this same, many, many times, it landed on, you're saying it wrong. Perfect. All right. So here we go. How does that one work, Mean Machine? Here's how it works. Okay. You're saying it wrong. Now, this is just my opinion, but that's how I feel about it. Now, give me a second because I'm checking out the other stream real quick. And like I said, it's not an exact science. So, still setting things. It's hard for one person to do all those different things. We even have subtitles on there. So I guess that's for people that are hard of hearing and everything. I mean, that's kind of cool that you can do that. All right. And let's just check our YouTube feed real quick. I like what they call it, a feed, like it's hungry or something. Let's check the feed, like they're horses. And I know people are out there that are I know they're out there and they're actually like ripping packs and doing that kind of thing right now. So I'm gonna have to go away from the headphones for a minute. Now, hopefully, you can still hear me, and I'm sure you can. It's better for me with the headphones, but like I said, it's not the biggest deal. My headphones are kind of dying for whatever reason. They decided to die while we were doing a live broadcast, live stream, because that is the way things work sometimes. Can't get mad at that. It's trial and error, and I'm okay with it. I am.
We're finally gonna score. Thank God.
All right, so you're saying it wrong. And this is, like I said, this is mostly my opinion. Obviously, it's the only one that we would have here. What do I mean by that? Certain words that annoy me, and it's not a Jersey thing. Let me explain to you what the difference is with that. The Jersey thing is we argue between North Jersey and South Jersey. We go through um, something along the lines of, oh no, it's Taylor ham. Oh no, it's pork roll. You know, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is I mean, basically, what? Okay, so oh, it's Taylor Hammonds pork roll. Oh, it's a hero, it's a sub. No, it's a hoagie. I don't even know what a hoagie is, honestly. But I guess people say that. To me, you're saying it wrong. For example, here's stuff that's not just a Jersey thing. This is universal. Let's just say it's universal. Okay, it's not a sofa. It's a couch. It is not. Well, I mean, I guess it could be a railing. We used to call it a banister. Stuff like that. Like, some people, I know people in Ohio and other places, and there's a age old argument that it's called pop. It's soda. You ever see a bottle of Club Pop? No, it's Club Soda. I don't want to hear, oh, it's pop. No, pop is either your grandfather or like Jiffy Pop. That's pop. Pop. What are you, 11 years old? I don't know. I have a beef with that, I guess. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. But as far as I'm concerned, you're saying it wrong. Caramel. What the hell is caramel? Do you mean caramel? And believe it or not, they polled people on, I think it was like some kind of Microsoft thing. And they polled people and they said, how do you say it? Is it with 3 syllables or not? Which would be caramel. Nope. That's not what people wanted to hear. I call it a sub. You could call it a meatball hero or something like that. It's not a hoagie. And it's not marinara sauce, all right? It's marinara or marinara. You know what I mean? They're killing a beautiful language. I heard someone call some lasagna lasagna the other day, and I wanted to rip out their trachea with my left hand. Anyway, that's just some of the ones that come to mind. It's not quite Ebonics, but, hopefully the wheel will land on that. The phone lines are open. It's 833-777-MEAN. Now, we do have people in the chat, and they're typing. So that's why I keep going back and forth there. Doing that, but it's a lot easier if you, because you have people coming in on YouTube and all sorts of stuff, and I'm trying to get to everybody. It's hard to see it on all of them, but I do my best with that. Anyway, so we have people viewing on different platforms and everything right now, so I'm trying to keep up with that. And I had to put my glasses on so I could see. All right, so let me spin the wheel again. We're going to spin it one more time, and let's see what it lands on. All right, it landed on Stump Me. So if you want to call in at 833-777-MEAN, I'll let you know what subject I would be good. And if you can stump me, we'll make it a $10 one. You have to be a subscriber, though, to partake, and then you have to be able to prove it. So you either have to be subscribing on Twitch, on Kick, or on YouTube. The only one that's free to subscribe to is the YouTube one. So if you're a subscriber on that, and I can see that you are, you could call in and try to stump me. A sports, a movie quote, or a music trivia. If I can't get it within a reasonable amount of time, which is usually about 20 seconds or less, then you win. So we're going to have to wait on that. But what I'll do is I'll keep spinning the wheel because sometimes the light was lit up. We had some calls. We lost one. So we'll wait for that. So why keep the show stagnant like that? We'll just keep moving. So let me spin the wheel again. And that's the kind of day it's been. It landed on Stump Me again, and there's only 2 slots out of 12, and that's one of them. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Yeah, because it keeps coming up on Stump Me, so All right, we got our first trivia one now. It's it's a $5 one. 833-777-MEAN. If you want to do a trivia question, we'll leave it as dealer's choice. You are the dealer, and it's up to you. So whichever one you want to do. Movies, musics, music, movie quotes, something in pop culture or the news if you want, or sports. We'll leave that one open because there is a call coming in, and once again, we lost on the. You have to stay on the line, people, until I get it because it comes through. It's got to go through an answering service and get forwarded to me because we don't have our own dedicated line going through. It's all a forwarding process. That's the way it works until we get bigger. Anyway, let's spin it again. Wow, it really wants you to stump me tonight. That's the third time it landed on stump me. But like I said, can't do that unless I have someone to stump me. So here we go again. Perfect. One of my personal favorites. It landed on stupid people. That's one of the tags. So here we go. Stupid people. Now, I know that some 7-Elevens are open 24 hours and that kind of thing, whether you have a 7-Eleven near you or a Quick Check or a Wawa, Circle K, there's all different ones, a convenience store. Since the 80s, as far as I'm aware, and by the way, the name 7-Eleven came from, wait for it, you're open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Henceforth, that's 7-Eleven. I'm not a math wizard, but that's what it is. So I'm in, and the reason I say that, I know that some of them are open 24 hours. This one is not. This particular one never has been. It's always been 7-Eleven, and it basically will never change. Lady comes in. The hours are posted 7 to 11 on every day of the week, just in case, you're not on the Greek calendar, whatever. Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Saturday, whatever, 7 to 11. Lady, I could see her staring at it. She goes over to the front to buy cigarettes. I'm standing behind this lady, and she says, "What time do you close?" You see what I mean? It's just you're stupid. What do you think 7-Eleven means? That's like the guy that said, what exactly 973 means. And I said, well, Mean Machine 973. That's our handle on everything. He goes, well, what's that? What do you handle? It's a way of saying that's our address, that's our name, the portal that you get to the different platforms to follow us or subscribe to us or whatever it is. It's called a handle. That's your email. Your email could be your handle. Our handle is at Mean Machine 973. That's our area code to distinguish us from the movie that came out a while ago. And we used to own Mean Machine Media, which owns the Mean Machine. So basically it owns me. Anyway, that's just one of, it's never ending bullshit. And this is nuances, things that you see and hear every day. Like the lady in the dollar store. Now I realize that a lot of this stuff is $1.25 at Dollar Tree, whatever it is. That's like walking into a dollar store, which up to 6 months ago was all $1, whatever it was, and someone walking up to the front and going, "How much is this?" The hell is wrong with you? Did you not look at the name of the place when you walked in? It's a frigging dollar store. How much is this? What are you, Stunad? It's a dollar store. It's a dollar, man. And if you get two of them, wait for it, it's $2. I mean, come on. Stupid people. And it's not even stupid people that I have a problem with. It's the fact that a lot of them, as far as I can tell, understand that they're stupid, but they're okay with it. So stupid people zap me of my energy. They do. They live amongst us. Okay? They're breathing our oxygen. It's like Men in Black. The more I think about that movie, the more I think that they were right. There's aliens living here. What time are you open until? How much is this? I'm in a dollar store. Fungal. How much do you think it is? What's the matter with you people? And so that's why when the wheel lands on stupid people, there's never ending amount of stupid people and different things that I could tell you because you run into these people almost every day, if not several times a day. Let me put my left blinker on and then dash right in front of you. That's for someone who actually knows what a blinker is. I still call it a blinker. It's a directional, if you will. They should make cars without them in it because nobody uses it. I use mine. You know why? Not because I'm like, some kind of nerd or a freak or something, because I don't want the asshole behind me to hit me. I want him to know. I already know where I'm going. I want him to know. That's the whole point, people, of using a directional. No, let me put on my right directional and then cut left. Seriously, these are the same people that you went to grammar school with that, they said, raise your right hand, and salute the flag and put your hand over your heart. And they got that wrong too. Same people. Now they mow your lawn now every day. All right, let me spin the wheel again. That's the fourth time that it landed on Stump Me. If somebody out there thinks they're smarter than me, which I'm sure there's just a few, give a call at 833-777-MEAN and try to stump me with movies, music, or something pop culture if you like. And if you win, meaning that if I get it wrong, you win. Kind of a reverse of what we've been talking about here. That kind of trivia. Let's spin it again. Truth or Dare came up. This is like the adult version of Spin the Bottle, except we're not kissing anyone, as far as I know. Okay. So once again, here's another one that's based upon something that came in an email or live, if a call in, and then it would be a truth or dare. I dare you to say this or online, or I should say live, which I am right now on satellite radio and streaming, or I dare you, or whatever, a truth or dare, or tell me a truth about something, anything that I could share with you, or you would like to share with us. Truth or dare. You've played it before. Anyway, it's kind of hard to do with just me. And we do have people that are coming in and watching and everything. If you want to, typing in the chat is one thing, but you would have to call to be able to partake in it. You'd have to be a subscriber on either Twitch, Kick, or YouTube to technically be able to qualify to win. And you'll get cash. It's Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. And it's $5, $10, $15, and there's a $20 one too. And we give it out. I give it out live right here, right now. If you win, boom, I get your information. Obviously, I would mute out the microphone so people don't know who you are and what and you give the info, boom, I send it to you right then and there. You don't have to wait for it. There's no bullshit, nothing like that. That's how that works. Let's spin the wheel again. Once again, another favorite of mine. That one landed on Knock That Shit Off. Yep, it's actually out of one of the 12 things on there. Like, that's what it landed on. Knock That Shit Off. All right, Mean Machine. What are we talking about here? I'm going to bring up another driving thing. This is what immediately comes to mind. You're driving on, it doesn't matter where, near your house, on the highway, freeway, whatever you call it, wherever you are. Okay. And everybody's in this one line. You know how you have to like move over and everybody's in the line or whatever to get to this particular exit. And it's backed up for a long ways. And if you're from New York, New Jersey, LA, Dallas, pretty much any metropolitan area where it's going to be busy, you run into this shit on a daily basis, especially at 5 o'clock rush hour traffic. You got these people that they're way too good and way too important to have to sit in that long line that you have to sit in, even though you don't want to, but you're trying to do the right thing. Everybody's kind of edging in and jockeying for position, right? And these people drive on the shoulder and go all the way down so that they can cut in front of you, or even worse, a truck that's in front of you, because the truck lets everyone through because it can't go as fast because they're hauling, right? So why the hell do I have to sit in this long line with all these other people and you get to go like that? So if you see a line of people and then you want to go all the way down and then get pissy with me if I don't want to let you in. Normally I'm nice. I'm not an aggressive driver. And even with a name like the Mean Machine, And I would let people go. I let people and I wave to them. People let me go. I pay it forward, and it's fine. Most of the time, it's cool. I always say thank you if someone lets me go or whatever. They don't have to, but they do it, and I do the same thing. And if someone doesn't, a lot of times they'll do it and then they don't even say thank you or whatever. Okay, fine. I'm just hoping that the next person they'll be nice to, because we're all in this together. Traffic sucks. Why the hell do you feel the need that you're more important? Self entitlement bullshit again. I'm not sitting in this long. I'm going to go all the way down on the shoulder, completely illegal, and then edge over and then be an asshole about it because you're not letting me in. Well, kiss my ass because I'm sitting in line and I don't have to do that if I don't want to. Why do you have to do that? Is your life more important than mine? Unless there's a pregnant lady with her water just broke in your car, you got to get your ass behind me or do whatever you have to do. Knock that shit off. Because people do it all the time and they don't care. And here's another thing that you need to knock this shit off with. And I happen to agree greatly with this rule, this law, which is not in every state, but it is in ours. The cell phone thing. Stop texting while you're driving. You drive like shit to begin with. And they don't even try to hide it. Not just texting, but people on the phone. You've got a mount that you could buy for like $6 on Amazon. Okay. You could have Bluetooth. You could have your earphones in. You could be hands-free and have it on a speakerphone. So I don't want to hear this shit that I couldn't do this or that. No, these assholes, they have to have the phone in hand and they're driving erratic. You're trying to stay away from them if as much as humanly possible, because they're going to hit your ass, right? And there goes your insurance from sky high to, up Uranus. And they're on the phone. It's the law. They even have like a big thing, a billboard, an electronic one. It says, put your phone down. Just like it used to say, click it or ticket. Yeah. They actually had to tell you to put your seatbelt on so you don't kill me or yourself. Because you don't know how to put a seatbelt on because you're obviously a moron. So this is the shit I'm talking about. Knock that shit off. Put the phone down. Put it on the mount. What is more important in your life that you're going to put my life in jeopardy and your own? All sorts of people. Because you have to ask, hey, I'm sorry, what aisle are the dildos in that I have to go and get at CVS? I mean, who gives a shit, okay? Knock it off because you're putting us all at risk because you're a moron. Knock it off. There's reasons why there's laws, and it's for you. It's for those people that do that shit. They drive me nuts, okay? Knock that shit off. I would be a witness for the state and testify against you. Stand up in the witness box and point at you. That's the jerk off that refused to put his phone down. I don't care if it was an emergency. When we had emergencies in the 80s, you know what we did? We came home and we played the answer machine. Oh, by the way, it's a girl. Whatever it was. You know what I mean? It wasn't neat right down. I think we're completely off track. Anyway, knock that shit off. All right, let's spin the wheel again. Serious, the cell phone like that, a fungal. Holy smokes, this would be a good time to call. And it landed on the most powerful one there is. It's a $20 trivia question. Yep, $20. That's $10 twice because I'm really good with math. So 777 MEAN 833-777-MEAN. You can type in the chat if you're trying to do it. You got to be a subscriber to partake in it. And the phone is lit up. Engineer's here. That's my cousin Vinny. He's going to take the call. Let's see if you win. Now, you're not going to be able to hear unless I put them on speakerphone, which some people don't like that. We don't have a link up, even though we're satellite radio as well. That'll come in the future. Until that time, you're going to have to just trust me on what they're saying. But I will interpret it and tell you everything that's going on. And I'm going to be going back to the headphones really soon here because it's difficult. See, because we're on a delay, you can hear me now. Anyway, we're going to have more fun with that. We will have to take a break in a minute or two. I have another commercial I have to read, but it has to be off air as per satellite AM/FM radio rules. Different from doing a shout out on a stream. Sticky business. You got to really be careful with that. I do have offers come in and the people that like my voice and want me to recopy for them and everything. I'm flattered. The answer is yes, absolutely. Depending on what it is. I'm not going to do a tampon commercial, but then again, why not? I mean, I have a lot of experience with that. Please, what do I know about that stuff? Doesn't matter. You tell me what to read, you pay me, and I do it. Um, donations are nice. We could do us a little bit of sports talk. That would be nice. A lot going on between baseball and football, and the NFL draft is what I'm referring to. And even if you want to talk about Madden 23 for Xbox, I know there's a lot going on with the golden tickets and turning players into 99 gold players. If I had my choice, I'm an old school guy, so there's a lot of great players out there, and a lot of players. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. That they haven't shown really much love to, that are stuck in like the 80s. What does that mean? Not like the 1980s. I mean like their card is like an OVR and overall of like 82 or 83. For example, Joe Montana. John Elway is a 94, 96, 93, whatever he is. I actually still use him. That's who I would make if I had my choice to make a gold. It's got to be someone that's existing in Madden 23. Probably John Elway, have him as a gold 99, or Joe Montana. I would go for the quarterbacks because I have enough skilled players. I have 3 98 OVR teams, and it's starting to get boring. I think I'm going to switch to the show. I still have the show 22. It's still a good game, the baseball game I'm referring to. I don't know. I don't do gaming, and I don't do that's not the kind of streaming that I do. I'm a DJ, and I do radio format. Anyway, that's what I would choose. And where's the Franco Harris tribute card? Huh? The man passed away. He's a Hall of Fame right before Christmas, right the 2 days before the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, by the way. So it was kind of sad. It was a dulled down moment for that. But where's his card? How come we have a Tom Brady tribute? Get the fuck enough with that. How about Franco Harris? Guy's a Hall of Famer, won 4 Super Bowls, was NFL Man of the Year, all sorts of stuff. Just a great humanitarian, a great man from Pittsburgh, from my home state of New Jersey originally. Franco's Italian Army and all that. Love that guy. I really do miss him. And growing up watching him play, it was special. It was a part of a great team. I am a diehard Steeler fan. I'm a diehard Yankee fan too. But I like talking about all different teams and sports and whatever the case may be. If you want to call, 833-777-MEAN. There's a $20 pending trivia question on there. And you will get paid. I promise you. That's how we do it. If you have Cash App or Venmo, I send it to you right now while we're live if you win. If you stump me, you still will get the money as well. That's the way we have it going on for right now until we broaden the show more. Anyway, let's spin the wheel again. Yo mama. No, I'm not just being cute. It landed on Yo Mama. So I guess we have to do a Yo Mama joke. I did one earlier, actually. I thought it was funny. It was, your mom is so fat that when she hauls ass, she makes 2 trips. I always thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, let's see what we got. I know that there's... I know there's a lot out there. And I had some lined up. They were kind of funny. But so this one is some of them are kind of corny and everything. You got to kind of sift through them. Your mom is so fat that when she wears yellow, and I already screwed it up. Your mom is so fat that when she wears a yellow raincoat, people yell, taxi. That's stupid. Your mom is so fat, the mountain said, there she is. That's another stupid one. I don't know where people came up with this stuff. This is people that they type this stuff in. Your mom is so fat, she can't even jump to a conclusion. That's funny. Oh, boy. Yeah, some of them are these are retarded. Some of these. Come on, really, guys? This is the best we could do, people? Your mom is so fat, she has to iron her clothes in the driveway? Your mom is so fat when she steps on the scale, it reads to be continued. That's a part of an overlay from another one where your mom is so fat, she steps on the scale. It says 1 at a time, please. So, anyway. Yeah, there you go. I didn't even see it. It's one of the ones that just came up that I just mentioned. Yeah, some of them are stupid. She's so fat that she uses the ocean to take a bath. You got to work on that. You're better off with like Chuck Norris stuff. Surely you can't be serious. Let's spin the wheel. Unbelievable. Lands on truth or dare again. So you would have to either share with me a truth or dare, or we could decide which one or who wants to do what. I guess the only way you could dare me to do something is to say something outlandish, which is not that far of a reach for me. While we're live, I don't really curse much. But let me clarify. I don't curse much on air, and I don't do that. For all the years, for 26 years of being a disc jockey, I just didn't. It was just something I didn't do. But as I've gotten older, I noticed that it's more difficult to keep that in because once again the wheel lands on stupid people. It doesn't even have to land on that, and I can tell you about that stuff. All right, one more spin here. 777 mean. All right, 833-777 mean. If you want to be included with the trivia, $20 pending trivia question. Well, let's spin the wheel while we are waiting. Give it a good one there. We're going to spin again. It landed on Yo Mama. That one kind of ran. This thing's got to be rigged. Even I can't rig it. Got a $5 trivia. So we have a $20 trivia and we have a $5 trivia. I'm guessing you guys want the $20 one. I don't know. Call me old fashioned and crazy. Anyway, we're going to repatch or reset the phone line because I think that might be what the problem is because it's lighting up and then there's nobody there when I go. So you might not, you have to hit 0 or some shit, like go through. It's a forwarding service because we're in a home studio and not an actual radio station, even though we are broadcasting live. But this is the Meme Machine. We are live from New York on Saturday, April 8th, 2023, the day before Easter. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday. And if I don't get a chance to tell you later, for those who do celebrate it, like I do, I am Catholic, Buona Pasqua. That is Italian for Happy Easter. You and your family. Stay safe and well. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick pause for the cause, make my bladder gladder. I'm going to check on little Timmy, see if he fell down the stairs and his shoes fell off. I'm not sure. And we'll check on my cousin Vinny. We'll fix the phone line. We'll see if we can take some more calls. We still have time. We're only supposed to go till midnight Eastern time, but we got a late start because of the satellite hookup, which stuff like that happens, I guess, from time to time. So we'll probably have a good 30 to 40 minutes left in the show. Don't go anywhere. We're going to try that out. I'm dying to give out some money here, and you don't hear that every day, right? Hey, taxes are due next week. Everybody could use a little bit. It's a little bit of it's not a lot of money. It'll be enough to give you gas money so you can go wherever you got to go. There you go. That's what gas money is. I hope it lands on stupid people again because I just thought of another one, but we'll get to that. I'm going to go over some stuff that I have to get off my chest about EA Sports and what some of these coin people are doing, how they're manipulating things. And I've tried that out, and you got to be kidding me with these people. No class, like a teacher in the summertime. I kid you not. And it's always those those keyboard tough guys, the internet tough guys that they talk a tough game. And then if you ever meet or see them, or, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm 6'2", 220 though. And I'm a bull. You know what I mean? So I would love to meet one of these guys that get crappy with you. They get real shitty with you online or over the phone. Yeah, come and say it to my face. They won't do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Much respect, bro. Or here we go with more of these stupid phrases that make no sense to me. Saying my bad does not absolve you of wrongdoing. Knock that shit off. I gave an example of this last week. For example, how could this possibly be okay? Really, how could this be okay? See that girl over there? Yeah, I banged her last night. Dude, that's my sister. Oh, my bad. Oh, well, I'm sorry. It doesn't work anymore. It's a stupid thing. It doesn't take the place of I'm sorry or you doing the right thing. Just saying my bad and walking away, I call bullshit on that. I don't know where that came from. My bad. We already know you're an idiot. I mean, now you got to do that too. Oh, my bad. Anyway, I haven't said bro. This doesn't count. I told you the over under for bro is 4.5 tonight. I said it like once or twice. And like I mentioned in last week's stream, this is Jersey. We have good pizza and people saying bro. That doesn't count though towards the over under, which is 4.5. Right now, it's still under. I think it's a little bit low. I would guess that I would go over on that. You want to hear people say bro? You can call the mayor, call the governor. He'll be like, "What's up, bro?" Anyway, we'll be back in a few. I'm going to read some more copy offline. A couple of little non-copyrighted, boring music for the background, not the AC/DC stuff and stuff that I wanted to play, but who has thousands of dollars to roll out every 20 minutes to pay for Warner Brothers for that? I don't. Anyway, we will be back. We'll check on little Timmy. No more Yo Mama jokes. I mean, that I think that pretty much ran its course. So we will do that, and I will leave you with a little, a few tunes or whatever. It won't be really long. We'll be back at 5. Hang in there. This is the Meme Machine. right, we're back. Let me clear the gain on there and go back to my normal voice. I have the headphones back on because it's much easier for me to do stuff like that. We're going to change camera angle for you. This is the Meme Machine, and we are broadcasting live and streaming live right now on satellite radio and on streaming services, Twitch and Kick. We're also on Facebook. We're on Twitter, and we are on Facebook. What did I say? It was Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm sorry. My apologies. It's hard to keep up with everything. Our handle on all of them is at Meme Machine 973. To partake in the trivia, to be inclusive of it, the number is toll free, no matter where you're calling from. It's 833-777-MEAN, MEAN, which is 6326. We have a pending, there's a pending $5 and there's a pending $20 trivia question. We got to call in for that, and you have to be a subscriber to be able to win either on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. You have to be a subscriber on there. The only one that's free, as far as I know, I think they're like $4.99 on Twitch and Kick, but it is free on our YouTube channel at Meme Machine 973. You hit the subscribe button, and subscribers, it's the fair way to be, can partake, and you will win either Venmo or Cash App or PayPal if you desire. If you so desire, that's fine. And I will pay you live right here. 5, 10, and $20 questions. We have the wheel. We were spinning it if you joined us late. We do have viewers. And actually, we have viewers in Mexico right now. That's pretty cool. Welcome. It's Saturday night here in New York. So tomorrow's Easter for those who partake in that. And, happy Easter to you. Because we're almost there. Now, we're supposed to end at midnight, but we're going to go a little bit later tonight because we got a late start. So we're going to go at least 20 to 25 minutes. We won't even go till 12:30. Why not? I wanted to talk about a few things. Like I said, it's movies, it's music, it's sports, it's pop culture, it's all those different things. And I told viewers earlier, on what's going on right now with Madden, which is on Xbox or PlayStation, whatever you play it on. I play it on Xbox, and I like Madden 23. I do. I've been playing it since it was, I played it in Madden 94, if you can believe that. So, yeah, it's been a while. Here's my thing. EA Sports is screwing you. Okay. They make you buy these packs and everything. And like I said earlier, I alluded to it where people go, I'm a no money spent person. You're full of shit. Everybody does. And have you seen, first of all, it's like legalized gambling for people. They know damn well that there's people that's under 18, that they're under 18, and they're able to go on there and purchase packs. It's something like the expensive packs, one's like 140 something bucks. The game itself, when you buy it, it's only like $60 or whatever it was, $59.99, and I got mine cheaper than that. I got it at Christmas. Are you shitting me with this stuff? And people are ripping right now. A lot of people are ripping the golden tickets because there's the Easter eggs, and everybody's trying to get eggs and Gold Rush and everything. And I went down that rabbit hole too. I did. It's a game, people. Stop acting like you're Warren Buffett with the coins and all this other stuff, and the market's going up and down, and you could sell it, whatever. I'm sure your parents are very proud of you that you do all this from your basement and everything, but it's a game. Play the game. And you know what really does piss me off, and I'm going to mention this. There was a person. If you play online head-to-head games and stuff like that. One second. And there's a lot of people that play that. I play it too. Some of these people wear the headset and everything like that. They can talk and everything. I have mine disabled because I don't have anything to say. We're playing a electronic football game. Most of the people are cool. Now, if you're winning and you want to be cocky and you have a good team, and some of these people are really good, trying to play like I get matched up with these people that they must have been doing this shit since birth. Okay. They're so quick and this, and they know the defense. I played football. I know what it's like to be hurt and injured and play. And I know defenses and cover two and zone blitz and all that. I know it. These people are talking about it like they actually did it. I swear to God, I really don't think that they did. These are the people that didn't even get picked, for dodgeball. You know what I mean? But now all of a sudden they know everything about football. Anyway, that's fine. I'm not, making fun of them. In a little bit I am. But by the way, I was a broker at one time, a long time ago. And guess what? I played football. I played baseball, everything. So I have been an athlete. I've done those type of things. The problem I kind of have with that is, check out this scenario. So I'm playing this guy, and the guy's cursing up a storm. You can tell he's a kid. And when I say kid, like 20 or under, maybe even older. I didn't run into, I spoke to a 36-year-old supposedly the other day. And this guy still says, "What's up, bro?" And you're being a dick. And that's how you talk, really? You got to outgrow that, man. Seriously. You know what I mean? And I'm not even joking. That's ridiculous. You're sitting there with the unmade bed in the background and you're streaming and you're playing a game. Whatever. Now I subscribe to a lot of those guys and they're really great. I'm not saying they're not, but some of them they just piss me off. You just want to wring their neck. It's always some kind of tough guy with a wannabe, whatever, and he's talking to you and you're playing and he's talking shit and he's using the F word and this and that and you're a retard and blah 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 or nice fucking pass or whatever. Is that even really necessary? It's okay to be cocky if you won or whatever. And a lot of these people rage quit. You could be up 7-0. All of a sudden they have to rage quit. I don't care if I'm losing 55-0. Screw you. I'm going to make you play to the last snap of the ball. You know what I mean? And you all know these type of people. Now, why don't you get a better console? What are you, such a cheap ass or something like that? Whatever. Check out this scenario since you're so smart. Okay. It's a game. All right. You're playing this game. You're in your parents' house, most likely in the basement or whatever. You still live at home, and this is real important to you and everything. And that's good. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying there is people like that. And this guy's cursing and yelling. I wouldn't take the bait on it because he didn't know he was dealing with an adult. Why would you act like that? What if you're a single mom and you have 3 kids and it's one of those kids' birthday or whatever, and only thing that this poor lady could afford was to get maybe a used or refurbished Xbox or a PlayStation, one of the lower level ones, because she couldn't afford the friggin' $600 for friggin' PlayStation. What are you kidding me? Anyway, and it's only going to go up. You try to tell me they don't have the technology to make the one that's going to come out in a few years? Of course they do. Just like they do with Madden. They only make it so good. If they make it too good, and we should be way farther. By the way, 2023, the graphics suck. It's not realistic whatsoever. I'm still walking through people like they're ghosts. One time I got stuck running in place in the end zone and I couldn't get the win for the game because it got locked up. If I was EA Sports, if I was just them in general, I would be totally embarrassed and totally ashamed that my server sucks. There's a glitch. We forgot the zero. Really? You ever notice the trade block went up the day before the eggs came out? It was that a coincidence? And why is it still not fixed? Any reason why that would be? Because they don't want anyone to buy coins or do stuff or manipulate whatever. They want you to spend your money and grind to do all that. You would have to grind until you're about 200 years old to get 600 million coins like some of these people have. We have no money spent. Bullshit. Yes, you did. There's middlemen. There's the buyers. I know how it all works. Okay. They're not smart enough to do stock or credit card scams, so they do that. And they prey on people. They're no more than bullies. They're bullies. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying there's a handful of bad apples that do that. And you want to trust people, and you do. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm actually on their side in a weird way because EA screws you with all that stuff. You think that this is going to be great when you open up these eggs tomorrow and everything? You think that's going to be like, first of all, the value of them isn't going to be shit. It's not going to be what you thought. They pound it into your head that you have to get this egg and open this up and get this extravagant egg. And bullshit. It's not going to be that great. And it sucks. And it did last year too. All right. They don't know what they're doing, or they do. Watch magically how the trade block will fix itself. And that's another thing. You ever notice that no matter what's going on, by the way, they couldn't fix that, but they had time to come out with this 99 thing and golden tickets, like EA's fucking Willy Wonka all of a sudden with the golden tickets and bullshit, right? It's a game. Play it, win or don't win. I like to compete. You win some, you lose some. I only win like maybe 30, 40% of my headline, you know, online games or whatever. There's guys that are better than me. Sometimes I just screw up, and I have a great team. I have an all Steelers team. I have like a 50-50 theme team. That's a 98 overall. All Legends team. And I have another team. It's like the best people. I guess you could say the best of money can buy. I'd like to say I'm a no money spent guy, but how the hell do you compete without those guys? These guys have people. You can't even blow by these guys anymore. The defenders have like 99 speed. So I don't go for the speedy guys. I go for the big, bulky, physical guys like Herman Moore and Megatron and Moss and Jefferson, people like that, and take them on one-on-one. Now, whether you're in zone or man, you know what I mean? I play a lot of man. I don't even play zone that much. I don't do that kind of scheme. My thought process is my guys are better than yours. Let's match up and see who wins. But getting back to what I was saying, this mother goes out. And for this kid's birthday, let's say, and she did the best that she could as a hardworking mom. This is just a made up scenario, but I'm sure it's true in certain aspects. And she gets it, and he's happy to have it, and he wants to play, and he wants to feel included. He wants to play, not so much online. He shouldn't be competing online if he's not that good and everything. But hey, who are you to say that he can't, right? So he's playing or whatever, and you got this son of a bitch, cocky son of a bitch, throwing it in his face, and that's not cockiness or like flaunting it because he won the game. Just browbeating the guy, making fun of him, and made him feel bad because, and I witnessed this. I swear I did. I witnessed this because they made fun of him because his mom couldn't afford to get him something better, but wanted to get something for his son because she loves him and wanted to get him something for his birthday that was the best she could do while she's keeping a roof over the head for her and her kids without any child support or anything like that. Now, we don't talk about politics or religion, and we don't get hot and heavy in here or whatever, but this shit bothered me, and I wanted to. I have an outlet. I have a way to get it out there, and I'm sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. That's bullshit. I'd like to meet someone that son of a bit, you know what I mean, smack him. It's not all his fault. It's his parents. I'd like to smack his parents in the mouth for allowing your kid to grow up like that and not going, you can't be that way. It's not right. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Those are the same people that pick on like Down syndrome kids or kids or people that are handicapped. They're just scumbags. There's no other nice way to say it. There's no way to can decode it. Scumbags. They're online bullies. That's what they are. They can't hack it in real life, but they could hide behind that and talk a tough game and make some kid feel inadequate. He just wanted to feel included. He wanted to play the game because his friends play or whatever. And maybe he didn't have the nicer clothes or the nice stuff. And that was the best that his mom could do for him. And he's playing the game. And you make him feel like a jerk that he's inadequate. Now he doesn't want to play anymore. And that either that kid will either crawl up in a ball type of thing, go out, shoot all of his classmates in school, or become an asshole like they are because sometimes it goes that way. And it's really sad because I'm not the defender of everyone. I'm not America's dad or anything like that. I do have kids, but let me tell you something. The meme machine is not what you think. I stand up for people like that. I give a voice to people that don't have one. Okay? And I'm on their side. How dare you? Who the hell are you? You know what I mean? Do you even know what a hard day's work is? Do you think that working at the mall that means that you're okay to make fun of other people? It's a game. Be competitive. You can flaunt it. You won the game, or it was a great play, or whatever you did, or you beat someone down and it was a good defense. It's a game at the end of the day. Don't be a jerk about it. You got people messaging the kid and everything saying, "Oh, you suck," and stand up for it and get big and blah blah blah. Don't take the bait. If you're one of those people that gets bullied by them, you know what I mean? You could send them my way. I got no problem dealing with people like that. There's only one or two ways to deal with it, and I can't say it live, but let me tell you something. One good one of those, no more Mr. Tough Guy. Trust me, no more. Anyway, don't get bullied by that. You got a problem with that? Let me know. You could give me a call. I'll take care of it for you because that really pisses me off. That that was the best that this lady could do for her son, and he was so happy to play the game, and he had it, and he just wanted to be normal like everyone else and play a game that his friends are playing and everything, and you made him feel like an asshole. Why? Many years from now, when you're walking down the street with your husband or your lover or whatever you want to call it, you're an old man, let's say, God willing, you won't even think about what you did to that kid because it's not important to you at that time. And if it isn't, why is it important to you now to do it? Did it make you feel better? Because I notice a lot of people will do that because of inadequacies about themselves. They're nothing more than bullies. And that includes the coin merchants and all that. They're not your friends. Okay. They're usually younger people, but that's not even the case. You know what I mean? You will get banned. This stuff will happen. You think EA doesn't read their websites and knows what they're doing? Of course they do. And that's another thing. Like I said, I'm not even on their side. I'm on their side with that because EA doesn't care that people are buying coins. EA doesn't give a shit because you're playing their game. Keep socking money into that and everything. It's the age old thing. And I'll tell you what it is. It's the same thing that it always has been and it always will be. EA, it's all about the money. It always has been. You know it and I know it. And they don't care about coins and this and that and people getting banned for this and that. Why? They're playing your game. They do because they want the money. They want their pound of flesh. They don't care how they have to get it. outlandish amount of money just to be competitive. You can't play a regular team like in the 80s or even the low 90s or something and actually compete online. Forget about it. These people do nothing. Okay, this is what they do. They must play this thing every day. I mean, I think I'm good, and I am good. I've been playing for a while, and then sometimes I get my ass kicked, even with a good team. Hey, good is good. I got no problem with that. You win some, you lose some. Don't do that to people, though. This one guy was whistling and talking to her. You're an effing idiot, and this and that. But don't do that. Why would you do that? Do you feel better now? You're a big guy, and you beat down somebody mentally, or maybe you know, figuratively speaking, that you beat him. You know what I mean? You won the game, great. Don't be a piece of shit and do that to him now, because that makes me mad. The meme machine will defend people like that to the day I die, the last breath that I take. And just remember that. It was something I had to get off my chest because EA is just as guilty because they don't give a shit about anyone. Their game is subpar. It's not realistic whatsoever. The graphics are way behind. And it's not a self entitlement thing, by the way, where it's, you know, uh, oh, well, it should be a better game. Yeah, by 2023, of course it could be. It looked better in 2005. Remember before they had to hide everything behind a micro transaction window? Remember you could be the older teams and play there? Not anymore. Forget about it. No, dump all your money into this game because screw you. And then we're going to come out. Madden 24 is going to be so much better. Otherwise, people at EA are going to get fired. Bullshit. I watched the video and everything. They said the same shit during COVID. And then the owner of it came on and said, oh, we're going to do this and that. And this is our most polished thing. They couldn't polish a turd. Okay. If it quacks like a duck and looks like a duck, it's a duck. Just like any other analogy you want to use. Okay. You know what I mean? You could put a hat on a pig and dress him up. It's still a pig. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, trivia line is open. If you'd like to give us a call, it's 777 mean. It's 833-777 mean. The chat is open. You could do either one. We still are going to go for maybe about 15, 20 minutes tops. And it's going to go a little bit later than it did yesterday, over there early, because we got a late start. I did spin the wheel several times. Timmy stopped by. I don't know if anybody missed it or he was here. Little Timmy, and we like little Timmy. Timmy's a little guy. He comes by, Timmy. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to turn this off real quick. Anyway, so that way you can hear me clearly. Anyway, I read some emails earlier. We did spin the wheel. I'll do it again. Why not? Oh, looky here. It landed on knock that shit off again. I did one of those earlier. This is in between the different trivia that we do. And I talked about it was more like a traffic thing, but I think I just did a spot where it got a little bit heavier than I wanted it to be, but I needed to get that off my chest. That's really what that is. You know what I mean? You got to knock that shit off. Just play the game. It's a game. Stop, it's team of the year. You're going to wear a tuxedo and all other goofy shit that they did. It was just grown men doing it too. I was like, aren't you embarrassed? I know it's big business and everything, but some people are just into it just for the money or this or that. They're not even playing anymore. Or they did it one time and they don't anymore. Whatever the case may be. I mean, to each his own, I guess. I play it. Like I said, I went down that rabbit hole a while ago. And I still play. I rip packs. I do that. And I play. I compete or whatever. I play online play. And sometimes I win. Sometimes I lose. But I don't act like a jerk. Have some sportsmanship. If you want to know, you think you know so much about football and defense and top tens and all this stuff. Great. Then show us by being nice. You don't have to be a jerk about everything. Some of these people are very up on their high horse. A lot of good gamers out there and a lot of people that, supposedly they're content creators. They're not creating anything. They're commenting on it and they're putting their own spin and viewpoint on it. That's the real truth, people. I tell you now, I do not lie. All right. Like this one guy, you subscribe to him. I'm not going to mention names or anything. So you go in and you're thinking, okay, well, he looks a little bit young, but you know what? He seems to have a good head on his shoulders, got a decent voice, and, he knows a lot about Madden and he's doing that. And then you have to click a little thing to get into his chat room. And it says one of the stipulations is You ready for this? This mature person that's a content creator and is followed and everything. To be able to go into the room, the first thing it says is, "Don't be a dick." Now, we understand that you're not supposed to be a dick when you go in there or whatever, but that's how you know that it's a younger person because he just has no couth. Respect people's wishes, respect people's privacy, respect, other people's opinions, be cool, it's all inclusive, you know what I mean? It is a chat room. And this guy's trying to get subscribers. By the way, a lot of these guys, they won't even talk to you unless you subscribe. Well, screw you. Now I'm not going to subscribe because you won't even acknowledge me. How the hell do you think you get subscribers? You know what I mean? You can't be a jerk. I'm not saying you have to kiss everyone's ass, but my God, do your own thing. Don't be a dick. That's what you came up with. Where the hell did you go to school? YMCA? Jesus Christ. Some of these people, you just want to slap them. And then they don't act like that anymore. And then, of course, slap for mom and dad for not teaching your kids the right way to do things. I'm not going to give you the working class hero crap, but my God, get a job. That's a hobby. And if you're making money, do it. More power to you. Doesn't mean you have to be a complete, well, don't be a dick, I guess. That's what he puts in to get into his room. Kiss my ass. I wouldn't subscribe if I had Monopoly money to give you. But some people I do, and I enjoy. Some of them are real solid people, and they're cool, and they come online, and I watch them play, and I learned a lot from several people on YouTube and everything, and it's cool. I like playing the game. I do. I like Madden. I always have, and a lot of these guys are cool. I'm not saying everyone's bad. There's always going to be bad apples with everything, and I'm not judging everyone. I'm telling you my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Like I said earlier, everybody, opinions. They're like assholes. Everyone's got one, and they all stink. I'm going to take another pause. I got to read a commercial off air. We are live from New York. This is the Mean Machine Sports Radio Talk Show. We do movies, we do music, we don't do role playing. I think that's a porno site. But anyway, that's something interesting. And I did just get another compliment. Thank you. It is my real voice. I appreciate that. I don't have any mic gain or anything on. It's on natural tone. I just have that's my voice. That's my pipes. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you. What a nice young lady. See? There is some hope out there. These people are going to be running the country one day, man. I'll be way dead by then, but still, for my kids' sake, for their sake, just try to do the right thing. You people know right from wrong. It's not like you don't know. It doesn't have to be that way. Have some fun with it. It's a game. Games are supposed to be played to have fun, isn't it? Didn't we lose sight of that? It was not just that with a lot of things. But like I said, this isn't a politics type of show, and we're not going to talk about religion, especially this close to Easter. It actually is Easter, so happy Easter to those who partake in that and that celebrate it, like I do and my family does. The best to you and your family on this Easter holiday, and thank you for spending time with me, the Meme Machine. Right now, we're going to be doing live streams during the week, mostly at night, various times. Our Twitter handle and our handle on everything is at Mean Machine 973. Follow us on there on Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube page, and you can. That's free, and you could go on there and you can, see all the different show updates that we have and this and that. You know what I mean? It's the best way. It's the easiest way for us to do it. Just do it with Twitter, and But right now, we're going to try to have a solid schedule. I know that that's of paramount importance to have a solid schedule for when you're, so people can count on it. They want consistency. Right now, it's 9 p.m. to midnight, 9 to 12, every Saturday night when we have a live stream during a live broadcast. During the week, it's just live streaming. Okay, so you can follow us on there for all the updates. You can hit us up on Kick. You could do it on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of them. At Meme Machine 973. Meme Machine 973 at Outlook.com. That is our email address. And once again, which I go through this many times, the toll-free number to call in for the trivia is, and as I'm saying it, we're getting a call, so I'm going to take it because there is a $20 one on the wheel here that was sitting. Someone was smart enough to actually call. They could win it. It's 833-777-MEAN. I'm going to take this call right now live. Now, you're not going to be able to hear them because we don't have the link up, but I will tell you what's going on here. Hi, you've reached the Meme Machine. You are on our live broadcast. You are live right now. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hi, Michelle. Nice to meet you. How are you this evening? I'm well, thank you. They cannot hear you. I can hear you. They can only hear me. So, Michelle, I will translate, or I should just say, I will communicate what's going on here because I know you're calling in for the trivia. I'm assuming, right? You want that too? Yeah. Okay. Do you do Venmo or do you do Cash App? Okay. Perfect. So it's dealer's choice. This is a $20 question. Do you want movies, music, sports? You want movie quotes? You want something to do with sports or music or pop culture? You could do that, which kind of encompasses just about everything. Sports, okay, perfect. I'd be happy to do that. Sure. Do you have a specific genre that you would like me to? Okay, really, football. Wow, a woman after my own heart. Look about that. All right, Michelle. So obviously we're talking about American football here. What's your favorite team? Just so I know, I'm gonna have to try to gauge this. This is a $20 question. So really, okay, you're a Jets fan. That's awesome, and you said it out loud. Yeah, I'm a Jersey guy, so even though I'm not a Jets fan, I don't hate them. I'm a Steeler fan, but I do like the Giants. But okay, the Jets. Joe Namath was actually my favorite quarterback of all time. All right, so let's try to gauge to you a Jets trivia question here. Actually, we did one last week. It was a Super Bowl three one, which is the last time that they won. But they're getting better though. They got a good team, and I think they're going to draft well. Um, all right, so we're going to give you. I'm not going to play the music. I had the Jeopardy theme and all that and everything, but you know what? We don't even need to do that. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. That way you can't look it up. It's too quick to do that. And I'm thinking of it in my head. I don't look this kind of stuff up. Okay. I got one for you. Thanksgiving 2012. That was the famous butt fumble game. All right. It was between the New England Patriots and your New York Jets. Butt fumble game. I'm sure you do remember the game. For $20, the trivia question, you got 10 seconds to answer. Who partaked in that? Who was the quarterback that actually ran into the guy on the Jets? 10 seconds. That is correct. Very good. Very good. Michelle, oh, by the way, for those, because I know you can't hear her, Michelle obviously knew because it was probably a painful memory that the butt fumble on Thanksgiving of 2012, who was the quarterback that ran into his center and fumbled because of the butt, and then the Patriots picked up the fumble and ran in for a touchdown? The answer was Mark Sanchez. Very good. You just won $20. Very nice, Michelle. All right, hold the line, and I'm going to take your information since I'm still live right now, so I don't want to do that on there. And you said Cash App, so I'm going to need I believe it's your email or your phone number in there, whichever one you would like to share. And we'll send that over to you. It's going to come under a proxy name, but it will say Me Machine 973 on there. You are quite welcome. You're a very nice young lady, and I saw that. I just saw the subscription hit on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Oh, on Twitch too. Oh, yeah, you can. We're on everything. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of it. But you can subscribe on there, and that's free. So, yep, you got $20 coming to you. I just hit the button, and it's going to pause you out, and it's going to send you over to the voice where you leave the information on there, and I will send it to you by the end of the show. The show is going to end in about 5 minutes, and then you are good to go. All right. You are welcome, young lady. Thank you. Have a happy Easter to you, and thanks for playing. Enjoy your $20 from the Mean Machine, from us to you. Have a good night. All right, so that was pretty cool. Um, she won a $20 trivia. There was still a $5 one on the wheel I had behind me, and like I said, um, she won. I mean, like I said, it's real money, and we do We do pay it out, and I'm looking at the chat coming in from different stuff. So forgive me. I keep kind of going back and forth there. Uh, yeah, that was pretty good.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, we don't. That's Mario, whatever. So we had different things up there. While I'm just scanning the chats real quick. I'm not going to type in there. I will just answer. Um, well, we'll give you a Taco Bell. There you go.
Or finally gonna score. Thank God.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Anyway, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, once again, another compliment on the compliment on there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's my real voice. And I don't know why. That's a good question, actually. It says that we're streaming a rerun. I have to redo that. Between going through Streamlabs, then we had OBS, then we went back to Streamlabs. Now we're on Restream and everything. So we're trying to get it. We fixed it on this one, but not on that one. And you got to go into each individual one with the stream key and this and that. So anyway, thank you for that, though. We're gonna have to change it on there. It's not a rerun. We are live. So when you hear, that's what you hear. All right.
Hey, baby.
Anyway, that's what we had, and we even had the little sensor before when I did that. But when you got it right, and I wanted to hear that if the engineer was here, we could have played all the sound effects, like that. It would have been great. I would have liked it. And then you hit the little horn. So anyway, we do have one more trivia question left. If somebody wants, it's just the $5 one. But hey, that's 5 more than you have now. Got to be a subscriber on either Twitch, Kick, or YouTube to partake in that. I have to be able to see that you actually are part of it, because it's fair for everyone to, that's the way we do it.
Fucking horrible.
All right.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
Right. All right. No, I'm sorry to the people watching out there. I was taking another message that comes through the headphone. Everything seems to do it all at the same time. So forgive me for that. I tried to be inclusive and watch everything that's going on. And I'm trying to watch it. The chat was blowing up before. So anyway, that was kind of cool. Yeah. And like I said, we keep it very light and it's inclusive. And let me just start telling you about that again, that it's inclusive. So people that don't have a voice or they want to call in or whatever, and they're not into gaming, or some of them are, everybody's welcome. They wanted to, it's more of an old school approach. You know what I mean? It's not just people my age, it's people older, it's people younger. We have demographics going from 19 all the way up to 65. Sports appeals to people. So does the meme machine. So does movies. So does music. So does pop culture. So it's cool. We'll talk about it all. We chop it up however you want it. We'll discuss it just the way I put it on there. And I'll read it. It says former radio and club DJ for 26 years from 86 to 2012. Voiceover pro. OG, meaning old guard. NFL, Major League Baseball, classic rock, Madden 23, 70s, 80s, 90s, movie quotes, and some dad jokes. Let's discuss and chop it up. 833-777-MEAN. You're running out of time if you want to call in and snatch up that last trivia that we had when I spun the wheel. And like I said, we try to keep it as fun as possible. We have different mixtures of music that we have. We have different artists that are submitting things so that we don't have to, we can't play the copyrighted content. We don't want to get any strikes like that, and people are watching. So Big Brother's always watching you. Make sure that you got to do the right thing there. Anyway, instead of taking a pause, we're probably just going to end the show. Like I said, we usually going to, I would say to check out Twitter at Mean Machine 973, our handle on everything. It will give you all the show updates when we're going to be live. Sometimes we're going to be on the road. We plan on doing that as soon as possible. Take it on the road, if you will. Interview people. It's funny stuff when you do that and ask them questions and trivia and everything. And it's fun. Not the most original idea, but the way I do it, it's a little bit different because I'm crazy. But I want you to be able to, if you miss a show, then you can actually go and watch one of the videos because we record everything, and you could go into the archives on our YouTube channel and watch anything you might have missed. It also stays for 24 to 48 hours on our Twitter page and on Facebook. So you could do that. And thank you so much for all the followers that we've gotten. And like I said, last night we got people from Australia, and we had a guy that was called from China. There's people in Mexico. Always there's people from Mexico and Canada all the time and everything, and all over the country. We had a call earlier and emails from Los Angeles, some West Coast stuff, Arizona. Um, we got some emails and everything from Illinois and Detroit, Michigan, right outside Detroit, wherever Flint is. I don't know. But I appreciate it. As the show gets bigger and we're able to put more money into it, we put a lot into it. We want to have fun. We want to have fun with you. I'm the bus driver. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And then as we get more followers, we get more callers, more people. It's more inclusive to people. It'll be what you guys want to talk about, what you want to call in, what you trivia that you want to do, what you want to talk about in the sports world, whether it's NFL, the upcoming NFL draft, Major League Baseball that started last week. You want to do movie quotes. You want to talk about music before or after. Other than country music, I'm open to whatever. I keep it open, but you have a voice here. Nobody's gonna, it's all inclusive, male, female. It doesn't matter to me, white, black. I don't care how you identify anything. This is a show where it's all inclusive, and you have a voice. You have an opinion. You have a beef with something. You want to discuss them. That's fine. That's what I'm here for, and I'm here for you. You discuss whatever you want. It's different. It's not a gaming channel. It's not this or anything like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I subscribe to some of them and I watch gameplay. I play Madden and the show and all that stuff. This is something a little bit different. If you tuned in late, we're about to sign off for the night. We will have a regular streaming schedule during the week. I do a lot of sound checks, audio, visual stuff during the week. I set up different mics and everything and then do the different camera angles, which I did do this evening. And, it's basically you're going to want to just have some fun for a little while. There's a lot of choices out there. So if you choose us and, you want to spend time and win some money and do some trivia, talk about stuff in the news as far as sports or music, you're welcome to do that. 833-777-MEAN. That's the number, the toll-free number that we have set up because we have, and I can't believe, I keep saying it, but that we have viewers in Australia. How cool is that? I thought we get a different state. We got a different continent. So that was kind of nice. So here we are on Easter Eve here. Well, actually, it is past midnight here in New York. So it's happy Easter to everybody out there, you and your family. I hope that you have an enjoyable one. We dye some eggs today. Yeah, we still do that stuff. I still cut pumpkins, the night before Halloween, and we do all that stuff. I know some people think that's corny, but that's okay. You know what I mean? It's to me, it's like typical. That's the way I grew up. I like to keep that for as long as I can. To me, that's important. For my kids, that's important. That's the way I roll. Anyway, like I said earlier, I'm going to end with this. A few thoughts here. I'm glad that a lot of people stop by, and some people do and some don't, and we will grow. And it's at me machine 973. That's our Twitter role, and you know what I mean. You can go on there and you can subscribe for free on our YouTube channel and watch past episodes. We will have a regular streaming schedule right now. We're live broadcast. We're on satellite radio right now, AM/FM band. As that grows, as well as I wait for my renewal for my FCC license, then I can play the copyrighted music. I plan on all this stuff, but got to be careful with that. You don't want strikes against you. But I love all our subscribers. I love all our followers. Like I said, to become friends, which is eventually what you do when you're part of it. It's like a family. It's like a group. That kind of thing. You weren't born having these people as friends. You had to cultivate it. They became your friends. They became your family. You know what I mean? Your regulars, if you will. I like that. And if you do that here with us, you're always welcome here. Everybody is. It's inclusive of all. You're not going to be made fun of. You're not going to feel inadequate or whatever if you don't know a lot about sports. That's okay. The Mean Machine protects those type of people. I'm a voice for those that don't have one. I'm the follower of the nuclear family. I'm the person that you run into and has morals and values and everything. And I don't put up with any shit. Okay? Not this skinny getting. I don't do it. You know what I mean? I want everybody to be treated fairly. Everyone has an opinion and of different things and want to have fun and be inclusive and not have to worry about, maybe I shouldn't say this or that. Trust me, baby, you're in the right place. The Mean Machine protects those people. We don't go after them. We're like the guardian angels of the internet, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. I appreciate that you signed in, and we grabbed some followers and subscribers tonight. Thank you so much. It really is great. Once we start making $1, which won't be for probably some time, um, I plan on putting money back into the show even more than I did out of my own pocket, and I'm going to give some to charity as well. The American Diabetes Association. That's the one that I chose. There's many worthy ones out there. That just happens to be the one for personal reasons that I decide that I'm going to give anything that we make. If we ever make $1. Right now, we're just giving money away. But you know what? I'm having fun. That's the whole reason you go into stuff like that. I DJ for a long time, broadcast everything, 26 plus years. And now I'm back. And it's good to be back. You know, I might be new to streaming, but I'm not new to life. I understand how this works. Being on the radio, working in clubs, doing mobile stuff, all the stuff that I did. I used to teach a DJing class. I used to teach a broadcasting class, all that kind of stuff. And now I'm just doing it for fun. And you get some friends along the way. That's what I was alluding to earlier. You become friends, you become followers and listeners and all that type of thing. And the reason that is because it starts to grow. It's like a relationship, and it starts to grow. You know what I mean? You weren't born having all these different people as your friends and everything. So same kind of thing here. You know what I mean? And that means something because you can't get that time back ever again in your life. And if you decided to spend a little bit of that with the Mean Machine, I'm going to do the best I can to keep you here and so that we can have a little bit of fun. In this day and age, we could all use a couple of laughs, you know what I mean? Anyway, I appreciate you watching. For those that were viewing on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Kick, and of course, the people that sent us messages on Instagram, and the emails that we got, which is mememachine973@outlook.com. We appreciate it, and I try to read them all. We're going to spin the wheel again. We will be back live broadcast next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time, till midnight. We will stream during the week, not live broadcast, but we will live stream on all these different platforms during the week, mostly at night. I don't have a set schedule for that yet. I kind of just pop up out of nowhere. But the whole point being, if you subscribe or at least follow us on Twitter, you'll have updates of when we are going to go on and everything. And then if you'd like to tune in, you may do so. It's a free country, baby. So I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I enjoyed myself. This is the Mean Machine live from New York on April 8th, 2023. Happy Easter, everybody. Take care of yourself. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. God bless. Take care. Say a prayer. Comb your hair. And we'll see you there next week. Good night.